And there's one thing you have to get through your mind and keep it. Nothing that ever came from the European mind was meant to do anything but facilitate European domination of the world. Everything, every idea, every so-called religion was meant to dominate and to control. You are the ones with the illusion. Why is it that you are so naive? You let people redress something that you invented, sell it back to you, and enslave you through it. Our relationship with the people of the world and the fact that we created peaceful nations that had no word for jail because no one had ever gone to one. No word for old people's home because no one ever threw away grandma and grandpa. No word for orphanage. We did all of this, and over half of human civilization was over before we knew that a European was in the world. Before he wore a shoe or lived in a house that had a window. Now, Africa has always and still is the prize for the whole world. We have always been the prize because we have always had and still have something that other people won't, think they can't do without, and don't care to pay for. Because we have always been the prize, we have been under siege for over 3,000 years. The main thing imperialism did, slavery and imperialism, that they removed African people from the respectful commentary of history. When they discovered you, they began to prey on you. And what we have to understand now, in the period of superior brainwashing, is there is no European answer to African problems. Either Africans find a solution to African problems or there is no solution. And if you don't find a solution soon, you go back into slavery. We have to stop all of this nonsense about who belongs to what religion when all of them were imposed on us in the first place. We stop all this fight between Muslims and Christians when neither one of the religions are doing them any good or moving them toward independence. All of them are handmaids of conquerors. All of them are religions of conquerors. We were naive when we accepted their interpretation of something that we had all along. I'm saying we need to take a good look at ourselves. I'm not talking about burning churches. I'm not talking about getting rid of religion. Understand me well. I am saying that every single thing that touches your life, religious, socially, and politically, must be an instrument of your liberation, or you must throw it into the ash can of history. We've been the victims of propaganda. Now, the Bible that you get so dewy-eyed over is one of the greatest pieces of propaganda ever written. If you want to read the Bible, why don't you read the Bible one day and read Mein Kampf the next day and see the comparison? That's hard on your mind. Because you think if you don't have Christianity, Islam, or Judaism, you don't have to have spirituality. I've got more spirituality after I put all of them down. A lot of people need to stop reading some religious books and read some straight history. Without fables, without supposition, without myth. Read straight history. The Europeans doing the slave trade not only read the African out of history, they colonized history, they colonized information about history. That what you have to do is take a holistic look. Not only at your position in the world, but your potential in the world. But if there are a billion of you on the face of this earth, scattered all over the world, what do you need with a friend other than yourself? Why can't you turn inward on yourself and say, I will wear no clothes I don't produce. Start with your underwear. I wear no shoes that's not made by a brother. You're creating a shoe factory, employment at once. Start buying airplanes, break them down and study them, later on make airplanes. What this whole thing is about is the restoration of confidence. It has been the role of these handmaidens of colonialism to destroy your confidence in yourself. We produced the first human society that said you can't be a king unless you got a queen. You can't be a god unless you got a goddess. We got confused with someone else's ideas, someone else's concept and definition of us. What we have to understand is that faith has not spared us for an idle reason. What is there in us that made us strong enough to take this heavy blow? 500 years of slavery, one way or the other. Slavery, neo-colonialism. What made us strong enough to survive? What is faith saved us to do? And inasmuch as we gave the world its first humanity, faith has saved us to give the world its last humanity. What we have to do is to believe it, to believe that we are worthy of it, and to believe that we are capable of it. What black studies should be about, what black religion should be about, is the restoration of the confidence, and the restoration of the confidence that we must rule the state again. Then, in coordination with other African people throughout the world, we will give the world a new lease on life. We must answer the call of the great African-American poet, Margaret Walker, who said, "Let the dirges end, let a new peace begin. Let us write a new covenant for the freedom of ourselves in the world." African men throughout the world need to step forward and answer Sister Margaret and say, "Sister Margaret, we have heard your call. With our women at our side, we are ready to pick up the challenge. We are ready to start a revolution that will change the world. We won't get ready tomorrow because tomorrow's things are left to tomorrow. We will start our revolution right now, and we will start it with ourselves." Thank you.
Well, good morning and welcome to Straight Up for today, Friday the 3rd of April. You listening most likely would know that I intended to work the program today like any other holiday, but some might not have known. Maybe you can, meanwhile listening, you can call somebody else who you wanted to know that today, although it is a holiday, a religious holiday called Good Friday, that Straight Up is broadcasting live, not a rebroadcast, not a recording, on Easter weekend here. But today, I intend to be broadcasting live also on Monday, Easter Monday, both days. So today is as a religious holiday in the Christian religion and practice. Denominations are called Christian religion and practice. I did remember, but when I did remember, I didn't decide to tell you before that I expected to have a very interesting guest here today. Very interesting guest. Justice Patrick Robinson, who recently has been overwhelmingly elected to be a judge on that international court called the ICC. I'm not sure if it's International Criminal Court. I'm not sure if the first C is for Criminal Court, but the International Court, ICC, recently, and has made some very important but almost frightening statements and judgment recently. Not frightening in a bad way, in a good way, because in a good way, recently, about the slave trade and the enslavement of the African people in the Western Hemisphere over the last 500 years. The enslavement and trading in slave. No, not trading slave. The enslavement and trading in human beings, especially Africans over the last 500 years, from Africa into the Western Hemisphere, into the Caribbean and the Americas, and even some part of Europe, all over the world, is the greatest crime in the history. Is the greatest crime in history, and it is not completely finished yet. Not completely finished, and the after effects are just as devastating as when it was going on, right in the middle of when it was going on. So glad to know that we'll have Justice Patrick Robinson here today. A lot of people going to miss it because they might not expect to be hearing straight up today, not knowing that if they even know that straight up being a broadcast, not knowing that we had such an interesting visitor, guest, and also might be busy today. A lot of people going to be busy today because it's a public holiday, busy relieving themselves doing other things, either traveling, doing other things, or in their religious practice, busy in them religious practice. So a lot of people for different reasons, even if they knew that straight up was being broadcast today, might not be able to listen to this because they might be busy doing things that they planned to do before. But we're still glad to have him, and the 3/4 hour or so that we expect to have him, that will not be either enough or too much to keep you interested in what he's saying. And he's also an authority on athletics and has published a very important book on Jamaican track and field achievement. Very topical at this time. Both of the best known areas of his interest and expertise are very topical at this time. So listen out and wait out for that. It will be worth the wait. Well, today, as you know, is Good Friday. The day is celebrated for a couple thousand years now. Well, maybe not even a couple thousand years, because a lot of these practices never start till hundreds of years after the lifetime of the man known as Jesus. Most of these practices and even some of the scriptures, and writings about that time were not done till hundreds of years after the lifetime of the man known as Jesus. So we call it nearly 2,000 years now, some of these practices and holidays and holy days being observed. Christian religion, as most of the people in the world are acquainted with, is mostly dedicated to spread itself. Not even necessarily the teachings of Jesus Christ, but the popularity of Christianity and the belief in Christianity say the whole world must bow to that belief and membership. Is the main aim of most Christian churches. That is the only right religion, and it must spread and cover and command the whole earth. But that is not strange. That is not unfamiliar idea. The Jewish, well, I don't know if the Jewish religion, if them intend to cover the whole earth and spread them faith to the whole earth, but certainly the main part of their teaching is that they are the chosen people out of all of the people in the world, the most highly favored and chosen people. And the Islamic religion and most other religion, not surprisingly, one of the strongest part of their belief is that they are the right religion and the only right one, and there's no other hope for glory and salvation except through their religion. Almost every religion in the world teach that they are the right and only one. And now for my Rastafari brethren and sisters develop the same kind of philosophy that most religious people in the world develop, that their outlook on life and religion and religious knowledge and faith is the only and the right and the best one. So it is a common thing for human beings. Believe that their way and their culture is the best and only one and worthy to be spread, and not only spread, sometimes to be forced upon all other people in the world. Anyway, so why was Jesus crucified? Why that man, or them called Jesus? Why he was not even crucified? Why was he arrested? And why was he being tracked down and under surveillance for years? Because he was tracked down and under surveillance for years, and it was well known that he was a person of interest, that when the right opportunity come, he should be held and imprisoned and removed from the public. Why? A two set of people that do want to remove him. Two set of people that do want to remove him. The local authorities, the Jewish, the big people, the big men them in the Jewish community. The big men in the Jewish community, that he was upsetting their control because he was bringing a different teaching or different interpretation, and therefore it would upset their control over the people. So that was the local big men. And then now the foreign big men who had invaded the country. The Romans, the foreign big men who invade the country, invade the Israel country, and eventually select out some of the Israel people, the big men, because that's what the colonial imperialists, the people that may capture place and go from place to place in the world and capture other people's place. They don't just capture other people's place. They always seek out some people amongst the captives, some people among the captives who will cooperate with them. Usually it's the bigger men them and women among the captives in terms of possession and position. Bigger in terms of possession and position. Usually it's those people cooperate with the international or the outsider capturer. But sometimes it's not the biggest of men and women in possession and position. Sometimes it's other people who did well want a chance to become bigger. So sometimes when the foreign capturer come into a people and capture the people and capture them land, it is an opportunity for others among the people who was not on top to cooperate with the foreign capturer, and so they become some big men now. So them overthrow the previous big men and become the big men because them are cooperate with the outsider who come capture. You understand me? So the things that the little youth Jesus did start to learn and start to spread among the people, and the attitude that him did start spread, and the understanding that him start spread, that God is in all of you, and therefore you are equal and free, and many other understandings that him come to spread from him, learn them from our youth. These things was not comfortable for the big local men, like we have the Jamaica government here now. It's the local government who cooperate with the international government, and so they become some kind of superior among the people. The local one, them will cooperate with the outsider. And also the foreigner who come capture the Romans. What the little young youth named Jesus was learning and spreading among the people would not be convenient for them, because it would make the people them understand that they are not bound to be they're not bound to be under the captivity of the Romans forever. So it's about the local big men. And the invader big men would not allow a little youth like Jesus, or even if him even turn old. Matter of fact, a youth like Jesus, them would not allow him even to grow old. Don't allow him to grow old, because if him around so long that him grow old, him going to spread this attitude. You know what I mean? They're not going comfortable, and they're not going to be able to conquer for no long time. So them come and them hold him after some years and charge him. Come and hold him and charge him with all kind of different charge, but determined to get him out of circulation and get him out of life. Get him out of life. Well, the main problem is that after them execute him, him followers and him disciples and the people who he was teaching, them claim that you can't get him out of life, him live eternally, and that all human beings, if them come to certain understanding, them will you will not be able to kill them out. Won't be able to kill them out. Eventually this thing becomes so powerful that the same Roman them decide to capture the same name, capture the name of that movement, of that life movement, capture the name of the life movement, the name Christ, Christ teaching, capture it, and because them say if them capture it and become the head of it, they won't be able to be overthrown by it, and in fact it will help them to become the ruler of the world. So that is how the religion, the faith of these disciples of Jesus, that is how it get hijacked. But it not truly get hijacked, you know. That is how the name of it and the brand of it, like how is ambush marketing. What you call it, you know? Is what them call it? What kind of marketing them call it? Guerrilla marketing, yes. Rome carry out a guerrilla marketing tactics upon this young and vibrant faith, and capture it and take it over and take away the symbol them of it. And use it now to conquer the world. Capture the symbol them. And even the crucifix where them execute him upon, the cross where them use for execute him. Them use that as a symbol to conquer the rest of the world for a while. For a good while now. Good while now. Anyway, we're going to play a piece of music and we're going to welcome your phone call as usual. Let's hear from Judy Mott. Oh, Happy Day. One of my favorite, one of my favorite piece of music. Happy Day. Yes, well then now, I know that when Haile Selassie reached to the Judemort, you know, when Haile Selassie reached to Judemort and opened up our understanding more, plenty of people never happy about it, you know, never happy about the fact that Haile Selassie reached Judemort and opened up our understanding more. Even plenty of our brethren and sisters never like it. But, so you go. Let's get to the first callers. We're going to run the numbers soon. But we're just going to take the first couple callers. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Jerry.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
I thought you would be home hitting some bun, man.
No, but you know that we work holiday.
Me know, man. That's trouble, man.
Yeah.
You know, after I'm here last night and I looked through some things and I come to a conclusion why Obama is really visiting the Caribbean.
Yeah.
China is taking over the world.
Yeah.
China is a military country.
Yeah, getting military.
No, man, China is military.
Yeah, I know, but let me kind of subdue that part a little bit. That image there. Anyway, go ahead. You're right.
Do you believe, Jerry, that any possibility of majority of the people that China is sending over the world are military people then?
There's not only possibility, a large percentage of them, including the construction people, yes.
In other words then, they could be here spying on the US then?
Yeah, man, our expansion, world expansion, man. It's a ancient thing, world expansion. It's always a military thing and a cultural thing.
I understand. Why this meeting in the Caribbean is taking place?
Yeah.
But can they stop China again? Because China has started from Africa and reach all over the world.
Yeah, and a matter of fact, America been cooperating with China in certain ways for years. Especially from 1971, 72. Them themselves are cooperating with China. Them themselves owe China money.
So, are you saying they play right in the hands of China?
No, but I saw the world thing going on. When people are wrestled, don't they mean a one another hands? Yeah, sometimes they hug up tight, come like wrestling coming out like next.
Do you see a Cold War like in the days gone by with Russia and America? Do you see a Cold War involving China now?
Of course that can develop, yes.
But also, China believe in militarization, you know.
But also, Cuba, America is developing them relation with Cuba. They would prefer them and Cuba have a better relationship than China and Cuba.
Well, although I really curse Obama, you know, for allowing so much black people to be killed in America. I am really glad that he is really trying to change the image of the relationship between America and Cuba.
Yeah,
you know, because it can't be worse. It must be better, you know.
Yeah, he is just a figurehead like the Governor General of King's House, you know.
Yes, we understand that. Although I hear him come out, all killing in America, I hear him come out. But I know like the Republican and those people don't want him to say anything when these people are killed, because you know the race issue is going to come up.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
All right, well, thank you very much, here, sir.
All right.
Next call before we run our numbers. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Good morning. Next call. Good morning. Welcome. Straight Up. Hello. Are you there?
Yeah, man, me there.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Morning, Jerry.
Welcome, sir.
Happy Easter to all the people of the world. Happy Good Friday.
Yeah.
I was watching on the international news this morning. There's a big fire in the United States.
Every day.
Up one of the GE plant.
General Electric. Oh.
You know what G stands for?
General Electric.
General Electric, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them play. You know, General Electric make a plane and plane engine.
Yeah.
And Thursday, there's a big killing in Kenya.
Kenya or Nigeria?
Kenya, man.
Oh, yeah.
They killed more than 149 people.
In what happened?
At school.
Yeah.
Gunman invaded school and killed off some people over there.
No, you did call you and tell us in Nigeria.
No, man, Kenya, me say.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to say hail to all those people in Kenya, to the new president.
New president in Kenya?
Yeah, man.
But
not Kenya, Nigeria.
Well, you see.
Yeah, I apologize for that.
Look almost a kill off in Nigeria and them.
No, not yet. But I noticed watching and listening to BBC News. Since this new president of Nigeria win, they come like the terrorists, them gone. It's so silent, eh?
You believe them gone?
Yeah?
You believe them gone?
I believe them. Because, you hear this, killing things.
No, that's a few days.
You just to prove you. Maybe this new president turn out some more security on the street.
Don't know what he make out of it.
Because him is a farmer army leader, you know?
I don't know.
They're supposed to know the secure trouble spot them, you know?
Yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know Nigeria so good. And furthermore, even in Jamaica, when governments change, sometimes the killing go down for a few days and then it get bigger again.
Yeah, that is true. Jerry, yesterday I was hearing that, you see? When Ronald Reagan come here, Michael Manley didn't get to see, they didn't invite Ronald Reagan. I invite Michael Manley to see Ronald Reagan. Is it true?
I can't remember. Seaga was the Prime Minister, but
Seaga was the Prime Minister.
I can't remember if that is so.
Because when Reagan come here, I was in the Cayman Islands, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Living on Eastern Avenue, in the Cayman Islands.
Oh, yeah? How old you was?
Eh?
How old you was?
I don't remember how old I was, but I know I was in the Cayman Islands.
What year you born?
I don't have to disclose me age.
No, you don't have to do it.
Publicly, you know?
No. What the police know, though?
Anyway, a little more.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
All right, we're going to run the numbers. Welcome to Straight Up, hello? Let's go run numbers. For Straight Up, we have a choice of numbers. 702-3470. 702-3470. 702-2585. 702-2585. 977-7638. 977-7638. Toll-free line 1-888-991-5155. Toll-free 1-888-991-5155. Digicel number 618-1823. Digicel 618-1823. All straight lines. Text line 899-7657. Text line 899-7657. We also stream live at www.newstalk93fm.com. www.newstalk93fm.com. Yes, welcome back to Straight Up. As you might know, we don't have the capability today of taking the text messages, but a lady did call in and she never really want to go on there, raising the topic whether if just as the Romans eventually did hijack the symbols of the Christian movement, she wonder if the Jamaica government is similar to how the Jamaica government hijack the people, them, the rights of the people, them, and all them way. She just make me remember how much even how them bringing this new ganja legislation and say, well then, them go accord, then go and give Rastafari and extra amount of privilege to smoke, an extra amount of ganja as a religious practice, and thereby elevating, is a way for kind of try buy out Rasta, elevating Rasta to extra privilege with the use of ganja and other things. And you know that Babylon will even hijack all some Rastafari symbols, just like how the international gay movement hijack, but them hijack the rainbow flag. Hijack the rainbow flag that, you know, is a symbol of Ethiopia and Rastafari and other things. Yeah, man, hijacking you go on the same way. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up, hello?
Yeah, morning, Bongo, man.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, man, civilized.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know, I heard the news that you were saying both when go to football.
You mean going to try out professional football?
Mm-hmm.
Soccer?
Eh?
Soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, we hear them things. And I know him would get a big money just for appear a few times.
Eh? But me I say football, I don't mash up in foot, man.
No, it don't mash up professional footballers. Professional footballers can get injured and there's a lot of hard contact, yes, but it don't mash up most footballer foot.
Mm-hmm. Every foot can broke, you remember?
Yes, of course, but a lot of people still playing professional football and most of them end up alright after them play. Maybe half of them get injured badly during them career, yeah?
But me I say like him is a big superstar for the world. Me think him should have, you know, see him should have worship him foot, man. In the big league get on him foot and all them, yeah.
And like how he has dominated athletics from him at 15 till him about 18, him dominate junior athletics. And then him had a few years where him not go out with nothing. And from him at 21 now for the last 7-8 years him been dominating in a way where nobody ever dominate. And you want to tell me say me and you have better know what is best for him more than him? Who you think know what is best for him?
Well, this is just speculation, you know. If you know what is best, you know, well, him can lay out the cards, eh?
Yeah, man, right.
But may I say,
yeah.
You know, how me look on it,
yeah.
May I say football is a rough game, you know.
Yeah. But him dominate world athletics for at least 10 years now. Not 10 years straight, 10 years interrupted.
Mm.
So he must know what is best because no one career no lasts forever.
We'll make you watch it and see, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more thing.
Yeah.
You know, say, just like how you see them, the Beaverton City smoke, them find out, say, the smoke has benzene in it, and it has affect a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
They say the cell phone.
Same thing.
About a whole heap of radiation, you know.
Yes.
And we need the authorities to check out the extent of the radiation from the phone and how it may affect the human race, you know.
No, we need to check it out. We don't need no authority to do it, because them not business with that. We need to check out ourselves for our own good. And we know a long time so it's dangerous. And even myself who used to stay far from it. Every day I walk up and down with it in my pocket. After I used to stay far, I used to walk with it in my bag and make it stay far.
Yeah.
Little by little we drop regardless.
Yes, but we need to check up about the guard, you know, because we realize, say, you know, when we observe the situation, but he say it's just more than them want to make them busy with the people.
Yes, all right. Thank you very much. But just through the lineup behind you. But thank you very much. Yes, sir.
All right.
Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Sometimes I'm not mentioned. Yes, good morning.
Mr. Small.
Welcome, ma'am.
This
is Moy.
Yes. Uncle them day I can get because the other day then so busy.
Yeah, you're coming like that means you're coming like Mary and Martha, you know. I only upon the crucifixion we see them. Them a star.
Yes. That's smart. I didn't even remember that it text you can
texting.
Receive.
Yeah,
so you'd get it. You wouldn't get it. So you couldn't read it like Monday.
It coming on the phone. I suppose it to be there on the phone for Monday. Yes, I suppose so.
Oh.
But Monday is holiday same way, so I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to have that assistance Monday. So maybe Tuesday.
Mm.
But if it good, it not can keep.
Yeah. Yeah. Just telling all the listeners, all the Straight Up listeners.
Yeah.
Happy Easter. However they want to celebrate it.
Yeah.
Because we not make tradition, we not make things all the way down and mental slavery.
Yeah, other people tradition.
Yeah, so if you want to celebrate it, you will celebrate it.
Yeah, we can make tradition for ourselves.
Yeah, and just a little note here. Sometimes when you want something out of somebody, you first give it.
Yes.
For example, a greeting.
Yeah.
If you want somebody to tell you morning, a greeting, you first say it to the person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of some people expect, you know.
Yeah.
This is you're coming and you say you must say a greeting to them and they expect it. And if they don't get it, they have all kind of things to say. You first give it and it will return to you.
Yes, and people say, prove to me that you love me. You know?
Yeah. True.
I don't
think it's just one of those lessons that we learn along the way. Say you want something from somebody.
Yeah.
You first give it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you very much. And the man with them crucify, he did reinforce that teaching. Say give it and give and it will come back to you.
It will come back to you.
with interest.
Yeah, but they read in the Bible every day and they're going to church and they still not. They don't understand.
But a certain percentage is understanding every day, ma'am. So it's not everybody.
Yeah.
Out of the 100 we see going to church.
Yeah.
Just like the sower and the seed. Little by little, fertility and growth is happening. Even though me and you might look upon them and say, them not learn nothing.
It's true, it's Mr. So even a child.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we say, why the people have no manners? Doesn't come in and say, morning. You first.
Yes, yes.
Because the child don't take it for granted. The child parents teach them those things. And sometimes they do teach them, and sometimes them just nerve them not.
Yes,
remember to say it also. So you first say it.
Yes, yes, yes.
And say it nicely too. Don't say it with attitude. Say it nicely and
them
respond.
And them respond to it, of course.
Of course.
Them respond to it.
Take care.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, yeah. Good morning. Welcome to
Street.
Yes, ma'am. How are you going?
Give thanks, man. Rastafari.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We give thanks to you there. Come over the other wave this morning, you know?
Thanks for that.
Yeah, man. We give thanks, man. And I say a happy new year time to you, Mr. Small.
Yeah, April, yeah.
Yes, man. Happy new year, man. So to all of the people out there who see April as the new year, you know, the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, on the beginning of spring, we have to happy new year to all there, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, give thanks, Mr. Small. Yes, Mr. Small, I'm looking at the idea, because I watch the thing that they call the crucifixion, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know, say, many neighbors, you can't, me stay in my house, and many neighbors are cringe, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like them feeling it, you know, Mr. Small.
What kind of fiction is it?
The crucifixion.
So you call it fiction?
Yeah, but a fiction, of course. Remember people acting up, because I want to go and right there now where at the Passion of the Christ.
Oh.
I remember one time they kind of wonder one out of theater, because it's too emotional.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
But really and truly, sorry, really and truly, thousands of people, maybe millions, have been crucified in real life.
Before and after.
In real life, yeah, because just like how hanging used to be the form of execution in Jamaica, and some countries firing squad, the Roman method of execution was crucifixion, and especially because them display the body. The hanging usually done, well, in Jamaica, hanging done in private, in the prison. Yeah. But in the Roman time, they crucified the people in public and encourage the people to go to go and watch a crucifixion, and the person stay there and hang there. Most of the people don't dead immediately. Them dead for at least a half day before them dead. Or sometimes for days. And this is the way how they used to enforce them law. And the terror, to terrify the people that you're there not
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a way to put a thing in the people, drive fear in the people, you know.
Yeah.
But in a real life, still, you know, the man, them call Jesus and all, really, and a cross him crucified, you know, to hang him hang. To hang him hang.
Crucifixion, crucifixion is a form of hanging, you know.
Yes.
You know that?
Yeah, man, it's a form of hanging, yes.
Yeah.
But he just like how me, so like how them put up the cross in a T section, the cross finger like.
Yeah.
I never did really saw him, was hang on a stake.
Hang on a stake?
Yes.
Meaning what?
Meaning like a tree, like.
Yeah.
He never did have the cross, like how you have another piece go across.
Okay, yes, okay. The cross. So it was one tree go up, right? Then
just a post.
Yeah, so what him hang by?
Well, almost something them put around him, hang him.
Around him what?
Around him neck.
Who tell us that them put something around him neck?
Well, I don't know.
I could take it slow. Who told you that they put something around his neck?
Just by the story in the Bible. You know, really tell me.
No, slowly, not too fast, because I want it to be plain. I want you to be thinking slowly and think it out whether it's really so or not. Who told you that them put something around Jesus' neck?
I was not really told that the thing had gone around his neck.
Then what give you that impression?
Just give me that impression to say if he was hung on a stake.
Yeah.
For him to be hung on a stake, it must be something that has gone around him.
Around him, but it's almost his neck.
Neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither.
But what give you the impression says him neck? Since you know that it putting something around him body, it almost be him neck. What give you
it's just an assumption, you know.
Yeah,
so
but
it must have gone somewhere.
Yeah, but I would not now proceed to tell people that he was not crucified, he was hung by his neck. Because I never really get any... I never get anything that...
Yeah, you don't have much details within that side.
I never see anything that indicate to me that he was hung by the neck.
Sure, I agree with you, man.
But I can't argue, you know, but I just questioning.
Yes. So look at it now, Mr. Small, the Bible, you see?
Yeah.
I can't burn the Bible because I read the Bible. The Bible says there's nothing new under the sun, you know?
Not the Bible says so. One verse in the Bible says so.
Yes. So there's nothing new under the sun and there's a season for everything.
Yeah.
Now, like the Christian Virgin, we call it yesterday and I said, boy, they have to go retaliate. I won't mind retaliate on the Islamic man them by killing them like how them are kill Christians.
Yeah.
But when me study even the life of His Majesty, me see one of the greatest moves His Majesty make, Mr. Small, is when time in Ethiopia, which is known as one of the oldest Christian nations.
You have to be quick, a lot of people behind you and we're going.
There was a man on the throne, who was a Muslim at the time.
Yeah.
And him want the whole of Ethiopia to become Muslim,
Yeah.
And was taking it by force.
You have to be quick because I tell you what we're
about to do. And it is His Majesty who stand up and say, no, this can't be.
Yeah.
So what I go on here now, and I really know it's starting, Mr. Small, a long time. It's the same method where we get Christianity. A whole heap of people them kill out and take with them religion.
Yeah, man, it's true. We have to cut it. It's true. We have to cut it here. And I agree with you, but I don't think that man who said that yesterday is a Christian. I think he only says so, but I don't think he's really a Christian.
He would be surprised.
Yes, man. Nice reasoning here, sir. Good morning. Yes. Welcome to Straight Up, hello? Morning. Welcome. Straight Up. Go ahead, please. Not there?
Yeah, Jerry.
You push out the people out of your line, man.
Yeah?
Oh, you push out the people out of your line?
No, sir.
Yes, sir, man. 4 people made that man take a step.
Yeah. Well, boy,
the whole of them, they are grown now, lay down. A whole limit.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
When Philip Catcher come here,
Yeah.
You know when Philip Catcher come here one Sunday?
Yeah, man.
Eh?
Yeah. Two time him come here.
Yeah, I was back at the Victoria Pier.
Yes, sir.
And when he was coming, Eddie Tiaga take himself and go America guide,
That is in 1977.
Yeah, Tiaga afraid of him and take himself and go America guide.
Yeah, where you get that information from?
I was in the country that time. I was living in Jamaica.
And because you were living in Jamaica, that give you that information?
Tiaga did leave the country when Catcher was coming here. I remember the news.
Yeah, he leave like how long before?
I never know how long he stay in the United States before he come back.
Yeah,
but I know him check for himself.
Yeah.
But now this president is coming. And it is understand that the president would not be able to see the opposition leader. And the opposition, they are acquiring and grumbling.
You heard for certain that I'm not going to see them?
Yeah, a news report that you will only see the government party.
Yeah.
The government party in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And I remember the other day, Mr. Warren say he was looking on some papers that he is not invited.
Oh, yeah.
And it said the MP for Clarendon, Mike Henry, say it was question if this visit is an official visit.
Yeah.
So the JLP is quiet now that it's quiet and grumbling.
Yeah. So you come like a spokesman for the PNP now?
No, sir. Not no spokesman. Just a Jamaican person. Very concerned about my country.
And you're concerned that that wholeness not going to meet him?
Not really concerned.
Oh.
But just talking, to the news will go on.
All right. Thanks here, sir.
Yeah, man. Look more.
Welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. It's a public holiday, but we are working as usual. Straight Up. Welcome to you. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm very well, Jerry.
Nice. Thank you very much.
When I hear you working today,
yeah.
I remember this little saying. If you love what you do, you'll never have to work a day in your life.
No. Yeah, it's not a chore.
No, and I think you're really living out your dream.
Yes.
And not many people find what their dream is or find something that they love to do.
Yeah.
And I think you have really found what you love to do. You love chat and you find an avenue to really be instrumental in teaching and all of those things.
Yes, I love listen too.
You do?
Yes, I
think you love chat more than you love listen.
I love freckle face too.
Well, listen, the other day I heard this man saying what Digicel did, was such a coup.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, you really have performed a coup in a way without disturbing anybody, without crashing their party.
Yeah.
Because other people who have talk shows, they don't work on certain days. So they have given you their energy.
Yeah.
Without even thinking that they have done it.
Yes, yes.
And you are able to really have more market share.
So what we do? We become we volunteer to become an essential service.
Yes, and I'm saying that is what people love to have coups and raid and damage other people's goods and so on in order to go forward.
Yeah.
And I'm saying sometimes if you really do some market research, which is what they have big companies to do, you can really find your niche.
Yes, yes. And serve it.
Yes.
A set of people who need to be
serviced.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, whether it is, if you know, supermarket closed today, and you have goods to sell, you advertise and people know to come to you. So I'm just saying that to say that a lot of practices sometimes are so unethical, wicked.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be so.
Yeah.
There are ways and means if you just take the time to push your product forward at a time when people need it and let them find you. So I congratulate you on that. And I think it might sound simplistic, but I think this is really one good method that people really need to follow.
Well,
not true.
And it's simply on it.
Very simple, and it didn't hurt anyone.
Yeah.
And it didn't kill anyone.
So it's better than industrial espionage.
That's right. So I'm saying there is a way. You know, we always talk about, well, this non-change.
Yeah.
It can change.
Of course, of course.
And look how simple it is, Jerry.
Yes, yes.
You just present yourself.
Yes, yes.
And the people come when you're giving this long discourse about people don't know that you're on. Yeah. Listen, people falling over themselves to call. Because them love talk.
Well, yes.
Not true, and they want a platform.
Yeah, man, thank you. So therefore sometimes we get some people who don't listen other days.
That's the whole point. This is all I'm saying, that what you have demonstrated here, because sometimes people say, all you do is talk and do nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is such a classic example.
Yeah.
So simple that can be followed. When you see everybody selling slippers out there, you know about a John the crowd.
Sure.
Find a spot.
Yes, ma'am.
Where you can get your things sold and you will get noticed.
Yes.
And a better chance.
Yes, yes. And that's why I tell you, even though I know a lot of the vendors personally, at Melrose Hill, at Scott's Cove in St. Elizabeth, there with the fry fish and all of the other places where you see people run down and run jostle one another. I don't buy. I buy from the person who just stay where they are. And I come out of the car and I go to that person. And God. But thank you very much for the encouragement.
And you know something too about that person who sit down at their spot and hold their corner?
Yeah.
They have faith.
Yes.
Because they know the product that they have and they know that people will come regardless.
Yes, yes.
Not true.
And matter of fact, even in human being, women who know their worth.
Thank you.
And know their quality and still modest about how great them is.
Yes.
They get the best choice of partners. And I think it's the same thing with males too.
Well, Jerry, sometimes I have to wonder.
Yeah, no, it's true, man.
If they really get the best choice.
Yes, man, and that's why some of them still single too, because their standards are so high. Yeah, laugh?
No, I don't know if that, I mean, I don't know if they get the best choice.
They don't take, but they're not going to take any
foolishness.
Well,
they don't take.
Not take no foolishness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look for the Prime Minister. Look how when the Prime Minister fought that before she married,
Yeah?
Yes, and if you heard Errol Miller over the last few days talking, say, neither she or him are no simpleton.
But, I think he really respects her, too,
Yeah,
because guess what? Look here, you see, people have a lot of things to say about the Prime Minister, Mrs. Portia Simpson Miller.
Yeah.
I remember watching an interview. You know how explosive Mr. Manley can be when him ready him tell even Jesus bad words?
Yeah.
Well, I think he would really coax her up one time and she refused to speak to him.
Yeah, can imagine.
Refused to speak to him. You know who was the person, the go-between?
Oh.
Mr. Aries.
Oh, Howard Aries, yeah.
Yes, and she said if he look, she's not going to put up with it.
That's why she always say she don't afraid of no man.
Thank you.
You know what she really want to say? I don't afraid of no man, no manly, anywhere.
But that is true because she says she refused, because here it is now.
Yeah.
I mean, this man with all them accolades and everything.
Yes.
She said, listen.
Every woman wants him.
Yes.
But
she said no. Him can't talk to her, so.
Yes.
And until him apologize.
And she was quite young.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes. So you make all people who run up their mouth after her. She have some standards there that high too.
Yeah. So you just earn double points and double time.
Double bubble. Me know today's holiday. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
But then line up behind you still get it. Thank you very much. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Sir Jerry.
Welcome, sir.
Peace profound, my brother.
Welcome. How are you doing?
This is my second conversation with you.
Yeah.
Now I have two topics here. One about the military exercise up in the embassy.
Oh, you mean yes.
It is a military exercise, man, in collaboration with our security force and the United States security force.
Yes.
See the alertness of our security in Jamaica.
You call it maneuvers.
Yes, and as an ex-policeman, I endorse it.
Yeah.
It is a fact.
Yeah.
Now the purpose of visit, Jerry, and this is a serious one, you know. You must remember that the Chinese are all over. They are in Africa, you know, and Nigeria, Congo, and Chad. Them control the island down there, you know.
Yeah.
All right, now both islands out here is a very strategic point to set up an air base.
America was there.
Yeah.
You know
but America won it.
Yeah.
Yes, America had leased it. America won't give up that. And so so Jerry.
Yeah.
The point is that now this is why our president, the president of the United States, Obama, is visiting Jamaica. Now there's another strategic point again, Jerry, in Portland.
Yeah.
Where by Portland East, where you have another very important area, Jerry, where you can set up any military organization out there too.
Yeah.
And China.
Name the district there again.
It's between the border of St. Thomas and Portland.
Yeah, I thought that's
before you reach up to Mansion Hill.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
yeah.
that little area there. I have gone there, Jerry, and look at that location. And
you mean up on the hill where you can see the tip of the island?
Where else, man? This up, Jerry. This is a real ideal.
Quao Hill, I think, in name.
Ideal, yes. Ideal spot.
Quao Hill.
No, Jerry. No, Jerry, this is a very, very serious thing, you know, because the Chinaman, them serious, you know. So the American is not going to sit back and let the China them take over. Here, did you know that?
Them say them backyard.
Yes, did you know that? Why them kill Saddam? It's not mass destruction, I know, weapon, you know. It is to control the Isle.
Yeah.
So down in Kuwait, there, Saddam didn't want to control Kuwait. And American could never make that happen. So what American do, when them get rid of Saddam, where Saddam palace was, America built one of the biggest embassies here under the earth, you know.
Yeah.
Underground. You know about it, Jerry?
No.
Yeah, man, you check it out. You check it out.
I won't be surprised.
Yeah, man, I do some research on it, man.
By the way, when China was building them embassy somewhere around Seaview Avenue, somewhere down in the Golden Triangle, Seaview Avenue or one of them avenue there. You know Seaview Avenue?
Yeah, man.
Right, go from Old Hope Road back to
yes.
The Lady Musgrave Road.
Yeah.
When they was building them embassy around there, one of them road there. China, them bring all their construction workers from, you know.
Yes. And most of the China workers are military trained.
Yes, and none of them, but I want to tell you sometime, them used to say sometime, when China have ambassador in a country or in a high-ranking people in the embassy, more time the man where drive the ambassador is ranking higher than him and probably him superior. Sometimes the ambassador report to that man where look like him drive and look like a little chauffeur.
Yes, man. Now, well, you know, they are going to use the best trained person to drive them.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not really ordinary chauffeur. It was a military trained, and it happened all over the world where the ambassadors, all the ambassadors driver them are military trained. I think it's no ordinary man to drive them.
Anyway, it coming like the wooden horse of Troy.
Okay.
Yeah, the wooden horse of Troy with them use and sneak in some soldier behind the wall because them can't get in no other way. So come like the youth who are captain of the Calabar football team a day.
Yes. Yes. The guy, when do him sell out the school thing.
Yeah, man, he uses them use the school as a disguise. So.
Yes.
You know, so sometimes people used to dress up as schoolboy, like a man put on a frock and go in Jamaican gangster put on a frock and go in a lane way. In a lane.
That is like, Jerry, that is like being a guest staffer to the school, you know.
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
That's like being a guest staffer, boy.
And somebody like that couldn't captain me again.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Thank you very much, yes, sir.
All right, Jerry, you have a good day, man. And all the best for the season.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
Next call. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Get. Yes, ready?
Indeed, Brother Jerry.
Well, go on, sir.
You know, there's a linky from a bag walk in St. Catherine. Let me know that you're on the air.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I never know at all.
Yeah, but you know, sir, you know that we don't usually take holidays.
Well, I am glad that something is going on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I hope to be here Monday, too.
Okay. So Monday will not be a fun day for you.
It will be, that's what I'm saying, it will be.
Okay, all right. Well, welcome on board.
It won't be a Sunday, though.
Okay, indeed. And I hope it won't be a dark day.
Yeah.
You notice them love to use the color black to describe anything negative.
That's at them.
When it's not a black spot.
By the way, I never even remember to remind people who might not remember that today is when the Coral Gardens massacre, matter of fact it was an all-island massacre, was kicked off in 1963. Go ahead, sir, go ahead.
Okay, well, that's a timely reminder.
Yeah.
Because I myself missed that. And them say I'm usually on the ball.
Yeah, man. But
I hear the previous caller telling you that about talking to you about China.
Yeah.
Well, I hear in through the grapevine, Brother Jerry, that Dominica is granting Chinese citizenship. Well, Dominican citizenship, sorry.
Yeah.
To Chinese investors.
Yeah.
What the dickens is going on?
Is that thing not getting more popular around the world? Economic citizenship.
Okay. What do you think is the pros and cons of all of this, Jerry?
No, it's simple that many countries over the years of if an individual is able to bring in a large amount of money and ensure that it's going to stay in that country, they grant them citizenship in order to attract and secure investment. Sometimes if you just come bank your money there, a lot of countries like Cayman and Switzerland and the Virgin, some part of the Virgin Island, is strictly to attract offshore banking. People bring money from all over the world and bring there, and the whole economy of that country based upon keeping people money safe, like it's a partner.
Very interesting indeed. Finally, Brother Jerry, for the moment, Straight Up is a straight up program. No analyzing programs from time to time, Jerry, current affairs programs and so on. From time to time, persons call, Brother Jerry. For example, persons who are advocating medicinal values and natural remedies. No, Brother Jerry, while these persons might be competent in what they are saying, I find that in particular within recent time, one particular brother who I do welcome and you do welcome too, fail to exercise some logics when you ask one or two basic questions. And he became very aggressive.
Hostile, defensive.
Yes. So I would humbly like to beseech that brother to consider that he knows what he knows, but we don't know all of what he knows. And we have a right to know what we potentially could be putting in our bodies. So if you you ask him 1 or 2 questions that make sense, he should not get aggressive, but take time to explain for the benefit of the listeners.
Yes, and it is not a sin to call medicine medicine.
Yes.
And it's not a sin to call snake oil snake oil.
Indeed.
So you can always go and call it snake oil and medicine. That's not a sin.
Yes.
Thank you very much, yes, sir?
Indeed.
Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Next call. Good morning, welcome. Anywhere there? Good morning.
Jerry?
Yes, yes, sir.
What's up?
Go ahead.
First one, so a big up to my friend, Daniel and Kiba. And I listen to Straight Up. Straight Up. Yes, now, Jerry, you see what Jerry, from when I beg Mr. Bounty to put the police on the street to protect the Jamaican people and the North. But you see, something happened up at the embassy. You see more soldiers run go up there as protection towards the embassy and the people them up there. So what about we, Jerry? Them just gunmen just walk on the street and say, he left the year-old boy and just shoot him down like that, Jerry. And Mr. Bounty still not doing nothing. Come on, man. Mr. Bounty, please me, I beg you. Send out the followers them on the street. Because you put them out on the street, crime will cut down. Everything will cut down. Investor will come in. The first thing you have to do to the country is security. In that way, people will come in. You have a lot of people who want to come back to Jamaica and them afraid to come. You understand? It will cut down the school violence. Everything, Jerry. Hello, you hear me, Jerry?
Yeah, but your time will run out.
All right, then, later.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning, and welcome to Straight Up.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, this is Aisha.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We're fighting and we made out the Coral Gardens, right?
Yes.
And what happened is that we don't want to know that it starts from 9:30 with the healthcare. And then at 3 o'clock we're going to have the banquet for the elders.
Hold on. You're telling the people that you're heading down. No, hello, listen. Hello.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of noise where you are.
I know.
But
I talked with Jerry on the program and I kind of
you move away from them. Yes, no.
Yeah, all right. So what happened
No, hold on. Listen, I'm saying something to you.
Yes.
You are telling the people that you are heading down to Coral Gardens, but it is not at Coral Gardens that these things are taking place. Telling them.
No, okay. The Coral Gardens event, which is taking place at Jared Park in Montego Bay.
Okay.
All right, and it's donations. One should donate at the gate. We're having a healthcare starts at 9:30. Then the elders banquet at 3 o'clock. And then at 5:30, we're going to have the stage show going to start sometime around 9 o'clock. But what we wants to know is that we're asking them to come out early so that they can benefit from everything that is there. You know?
Yeah, especially.
All right, and I don't know if you're coming in a journey because I know it's a journey, but it would be nice to see you there. I know you have been there already. And the station is going to be nice. We're going to have artists from Kingston and also artists from Montego Bay.
Yeah, well, I work in Monday, you know. You see? Hello?
You're breaking up.
No, you hear me now? I said, I am working Monday, you hear me?
You're breaking up. I guess I can't hear you breaking up.
No, you have to stay still. You hear me? Hello?
All right, you're breaking up. But anyway,
No.
We just have to kind of cut it. But I just want to come down to Jared Park today and just see support. So the Coral Gardens commemoration of what happened to the elders in 1963. Because when they took a stage show, Jerry, them style time took a stage show. And them no worry about the money or nothing. And this is not even like we're charging, it's just a donation. But if you want to Rastafari people instead of my Rasta, come support this, you know?
Yeah. All right, you hear me? Hello? All right, thank you very much. Next call. Good morning, and welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Hey, Jerry.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, man, a long time, 4 years now, listen, the first time I call. We have a caller this morning.
Yeah?
Yeah, this square garden thing, every year them a keep showing, them a keep festivity. But what them need to do, or what me think then, I don't say what them need to do, what me think is a good idea for what do then. Everybody who come to agreement. There's a lot of voters going down to the square garden incident. This government not willing to make an apology or give any compensation. Yeah. What the people need to do is come to agreement. Everybody who is in support will make a statement that we will not vote for any party that will not apologize or compensate Rasta for Core Garden and Tivoli and all these other atrocities. That's how we'll get some action.
All right. I hear now. Now what I'm going to say is this. Now what you are talking about, you see?
Yes.
It requires a certain stage of development.
Okay.
In other words, when enough people reach a level of development and maturity, that they realize that His Imperial Majesty, who most of us identify with him name Rastafari, he recommended that if needs be, we influence the political process anywhere in the world we are living.
Yes, sir.
But because a lot of the people who say that they are leaders of the community don't reach either level of maturity or development, or because they feel like it is they are more righteous when they don't get involved in things like this, to stay above political expression. So after a while it becomes a style that you don't deal with political expression like what you are recommending. At the same time, some of the same people get tied up with politicians and riding with politicians and being used by politicians, but still going on like it is too unholy to take the stand that you just say. So you see, it requires, but little by little, a level of maturity will be reached. And the next thing is this. I want to ask you personally if you understand this.
Yes.
Do you understand that for Rastafari to get the rights and enjoy the rights and the conditions that they deserve, for the Maroon to enjoy the rights and conditions that they deserve, and for everybody else to enjoy the rights and conditions that them deserve, we first have to behave in a way that we are not superior to anybody else, even the gay them. They have to understand that they have to behave in a way that they know that they are not superior to anyone else. Because once you feel like you are superior to the rest of the people, you are not going to appeal to the rest of people for support. Or if you are appealing to the rest of people for support, and when you take a stock of only Rasta idea, how you expect the rest of the Jamaican population to support
well,
you?
Jerry, that is true, and because that is what me view why the crime in this country is a problem, because Rasta spend time argue with Christian and Christians spend time argue with Rasta. When Rasta and Christian both agree that murder is wrong, them both agree it's a thieving and rape and all these other things wrong. Yeah. And if we all come together and agree upon those things and get rid of those things first, the country is much better. But we spend too much time arguing about Selassie and Jesus.
I agree with you, and but I'm very hopeful when I hear you talk, because I know that more and more, every day quietly, more and more people are becoming more socially and politically and spiritually aware and not afraid. And it's great when you say that if Rastafari and Christian are agreeing that murder is wrong, because one of the things I was going to say this morning and I never said is that what? Life is sacred, and that's one of the values of even a holiday like today. Not only Jesus' life was sacred, you know. Your life is sacred.
Yes, man.
All of us life.
Man,
the children life. The one-hand man life is sacred. The one-legged woman life is sacred. The prostitute life is sacred. And when we start to understand that, we're going to start to take some action together when we realize that all life is sacred. And we're not going to allow people to violate people's life, not only murder, but by spoiling up people's life. Spoiling up like a picnic life, spoiling up like a girl life, like a boy life. Even if you cut off one of them finger or fingernail, not even a hair upon them head, nothing touch. Life is sacred. I'm so glad for this phone call.
Yes, man, yes, man.
Thank you very much, yes, sir.
Yeah, man, give thanks to the work at the Jerry.
Thank you very much. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up, hello. Welcome. Are they there?
Yeah, man. Give thanks to America.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much.
Next call.
Good morning. I'm going to tell you before, my brother.
You are there now at the head.
Oh. Jerry.
Yeah.
This is what I say. See? I said to the man last night. When I say the jail too bad, and Jerry, just listen to me now. We'll come get ice, you know. And cut off and all them things there, you know. When I say the jail too bad, the pain too bad. Right? But yet still, you know, for who no have fight, to put him back the jail fee in a power. You understand? So when they just carry on the Jamaican people like a string. You understand? So what me I say now, since I the whole lot of people I say the school government them bad, and I just the school government them upright now are going. Why you don't come out and form a government and stop people that talk about the government? Because people that talk about them and it not solve the problem. Come out, come form a government.
Yes, and in the meantime, I say, hello?
Yes, I know you come cut me out because
No, just keep your, could you keep your mouth, you can keep your mouth quiet like a business, make me take it or something. Yes, meanwhile the people coming together and understanding themselves and forming what they perform, they also are going to practice and get the skill how to detect sabotagers and fifth columnists and people who come for really sabotage them thing. You understand me?
Jerry, yes, Jerry.
All right, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. No, listen now. You say Uno. You say me trying to work to get to put back in JLP. You know that you say?
Jerry, but I mean Uno, I talk like everybody, Jerry. I mean you.
No, yes, you say Uno. Yes, you say Uno. Yes, you say Uno. You say Uno.
But Jerry, I mean, but Jerry. Jerry, you hear me?
Go ahead.
Jerry, what me I say now, you see? What's the something else here? Anyway, Jerry, you see the blue oil? Jerry, the blue oil, you know.
Yeah.
You have to can't die, you know, because, you know, inside you go down in the water. You have to die, you know, anyway, you know.
No, but I understand that you have recently experienced a fish kill. So I would not be going anywhere near there because I understand that you underwent a fish kill recently. Thank
Jerry,
you.
No, Jerry.
Thank you very much. No, we have to go to our next phone call. None of that sprat food. Neither sprat nor none of them. Nor mudfish. None of them. You could have fat like mudfish. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up, hello.
Yes, Sasma.
Welcome, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Yes, I'm there, sir. Greetings from Sasma, Sister Mary.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know. For the first time, Mrs. Barbara Gludan.
Yeah.
Bought a talk show.
How was that, sir?
Last Friday, man. You never know.
What do you mean she bow out?
She leave the program now, man.
I never know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I never know neither, you know. It's Sunday I listen to Redeemed with Bonnie.
Yeah.
And I hear him play some nice music for him sister.
Yeah.
And him say, boy, after 28 years.
Yeah.
She bow out.
Yeah, that's a good long spell there.
Yes, man.
And I think she has she one of the what you'd call icon in a
talk show.
In a talk radio.
But I hear some people call the station and I say, I wonder how she just bow out, so if it's managerial thing or what. Because them say she's nice and
why them would suspect managerial thing? You know that she's either nearly 80 years old or about there, sir? You know that?
Yeah, man. She's around that, man.
Yeah, 1935, somewhere about there, sir.
Like for 35, she not 80, man?
That sure she born 35, but I calculate, says she...
Anyway, at 35, if at 36, she 1 year apart, and if at 35, she stand up on the 4 years.
Yeah, Perkins was 80 when him bought, you know.
As him 18 bought, man.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. But this one, Jerry, you see his Baraka come here?
Yeah.
This man I listen to news and I hear say, a hotel down in the country past here.
Yeah.
Where the lady
the president, I share the Prime Minister for Trinidad.
Yeah, Kamala.
Yeah, she tried to come and boy, them say no, the 300 rooms book out.
Oh, in Kingston or country?
Country.
You sure?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
The 300 rooms.
Yeah, I heard that it was a Kingston hotel.
Well, I don't know if it's a Kingston. I never know. They never tell me it's where.
Yeah.
The amount they said the hotel.
Yeah.
You understand?
But
them say it's because Barack. But Jerry.
Yeah.
Well, you say I work for Secret Service man there in a long time.
Oh, man, yeah.
Them to map out the place.
Yeah, man, continually, them not left. Them have big office permanent, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice thing that him come. Why him coming, Jerry, could you say?
Is that them have a regional meeting go on somewhere in the area and him a pass through?
Yeah, I think he might go Panama after, you know.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But I think it's a nice thing him check Jamaica. And as can't do me understand, Jamaica economy me kind of not shape too good, but it a kind of run away.
Yeah, but here what happened now? It come like Kaiselo.
Oh.
Yeah, the Chinaman a trouble him Kaiselo.
Yeah. Oh, the Chinaman.
A trouble him Kaiselo.
The back come off make you know, say, my backyard this, you know.
But Chinaman get...
So you can't come set up.
I forgot to eat the Chinaman bun rice. Pot bottom.
Am I going to take him meat out and rice?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, welcome back to Straight Up. I am your host, Jerry Small, on a good Friday here. Working our way through the discussion. Good morning, welcome.
Jerry!
Yes, welcome.
Jerry!
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm glad for Mr. Brown giving me that information.
About what?
About Barbara Goodan.
Oh, yeah?
You know, last month, Mr. Arena, I was at ILO to buy some grocery.
To bite what? What you was biting?
I was going at ILO.
You was biting what?
Yeah, just cool, man. I was going to ILO supermarket on Old Up Road to buy some grocery.
Down Crossroads.
You know what Old Up Road is upon, Jerry?
No, but it's not the whole. The whole Old Up Road is from Papine. It's from Papine to Crossroads.
All right, Jerry. In Crossroads. ILO supermarket in Crossroads.
Why you say get bite?
Well, I'm not Jerry, man. Just hear me a little, man. Today a Good Friday, man.
Yeah.
I was going to ILO
supermarket
on Old Up Road in Crossroads.
Yeah.
And when I was going there, I saw Miss Barbara Gludan coming out.
Yeah.
After supermarket. I said, what, Miss Gludan?
Yeah.
I have a good friend that called all the white for issue and she was talking to me and say, how is it, man? But I said, all right, man. But you look that shaky, you know?
Yeah, and she never avoid you?
No, she was going to her car.
Oh, she never avoid you?
No, she never avoid me. And I said anything bad about the lady. The lady never avoid me. She talked to me.
So that's how she gets to come off of the radio, you know?
No, man.
Yes,
no, man. She look shaky.
Yeah, then she buck you up, you know, and you get her shaky.
But, Jerry.
Yeah.
I would like them give this gentleman that show, you know.
Oh.
This U.S. immigration attorney. When name Jerry used to work here?
Work here where?
He used to work on the station Friday, Thursday to Friday. When name again?
I'm not here to promote any...
oh, gosh,
I'm
man.
not
Just pull man.
Yes, but I'm not here to promote anything like that. You're coming off with that digital thing like what O'Hara going with down at the stadium. I will go and go to our next call.
That's cool.
You bring off O'Hara move from it. Not discussing any sponsorship or anything, but are not based on that. What you call it, fifth column this business. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Hello.
Welcome.
Happy pagan holiday disguised as Christian tradition.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, what?
Yes, sir.
Well, go look at Jerry.
Fine, thank you.
Is radio not too loud in the background?
I hear it.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Obama coming
in a car?
Game 1200 acre.
You're in a car?
No, man.
Oh, I think... No, I think I was a radio car, you know.
No. You're suspecting.
Yeah, okay.
But car can't drive in a space.
Yeah, but you say about the radio.
Oh, okay.
All right, what you say about Obama, you know?
I don't know. You think Porsche will game 1200 acre land too?
I don't like your love. When you're talking about ladies, nobody ever referred to about gain when I acreage, you know.
Oh, Lord, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize.
People misinterpret.
I don't want to have a slip of the tongue when you come on to that lady.
No.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Don't draw our tongue at all.
Well,
1,200 acre. You mean for match a Chinese thing?
For match a Chinese.
Yeah.
Give him the land right opposite from them.
I think it means a turn crossway. As I say opposite, my mind just say if a turn crossway. If the land is turn crossway. Hello?
I'm a joke, but we can't tell you over here radio.
Oh no, you don't do that. Don't.
No, can't do it at all.
No.
But you don't think what happened? How them give away so much? How this government giving away so much land? What happened in Zimbabwe now? Go happen so.
What happened in Zimbabwe? You mean?
Mugabe run all of the white man them out of the country.
Yeah, but and what you think in the government giving away land? What do you mean? And them would be running away people same time? Which people? Who them would run away?
Well, the people that the government giving land to the foreign elements.
Yeah, who would run them away? You mean after a while?
Well, after a while, I think the people themselves would have run with the foreign elements. Because how many people out here want land and want space and want things to do?
It's not a joke at all, you know, serious thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean it to sound comedical.
Yeah. And not only giving away land, they're giving away coastline also.
How you give away coastline?
Yeah, giving away coastline also.
How you give away coastline? You drive on paper and give somebody?
No, the worse than that, block you off that you can't enter there again. Along a roaring river. You ever watch a movie, Dr. No?
Yeah, man.
All right, then the movie Dr. No, who did name Dr. No?
What? a Asian gentleman.
Yes, it's a Chinese doctor, scientist, rocket scientist, and him build. Him capture Goat Island. Is an island off of the coast of Jamaica.
Off the coast indeed capture.
Yes. And him use it and sabotage the American space program.
That is so, yes.
And it was about a same Chinese thing. And you see this, alright, did it say a part in there where a lady in one bikini?
Oh yes, I remember.
The doctor, no? Yes. She work along with James Bond, you know. Now she, right at that beach where see them film that part of the movie, the Doctor No movie, the boat them are sail across and a fire machine gun upon some people with up on the seaside.
Right.
That piece of seaside, the Jamaica government, that same piece of seaside the Doctor No there, the Jamaica government arrange to give to China, you know. That's a roaring river land where you hear them get China, you know.
No way.
Alright, so that's why I tell you about Doctor No. A couple months ago, I remind you on how Doctor No movie go.
But that place, they should have heritage, man.
Of course.
You know,
well,
like all the cockpit country.
Well, a Chinese heritage now.
Well, boy, I tell you. Alright, Uncle Jerry, you is a photographer.
Yeah.
Next time you go, Lucy, I want you to do something, just to prove your point.
Yeah.
When you come up on the Grand Palladium Hotel, going into Lucy, right, there's a sign there that's been there for years.
Yeah.
Big blue sign with white lettering with the scenic view, and an arrow will point out to the sea.
Yes.
You see, when you look out where the arrow pointing, you're looking straight into a 8-foot concrete wall.
Right. That means you can't see that again.
Well, I don't know. I take a couple pictures because maybe now that I put you out on the ear, they might take it down due to embarrassment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. 8-foot wall, and the sign right side there, it's a scenic view. I point straight into the wall.
Yes.
Anyhow.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
good talk. All the best for the pagan holiday disguised as a Christian tradition.
All right. Yes, sir. We're going to take a break here now. Straight up.
Travel off the old rough road to find my brain. Call so loud, search all around.
Straight up. A vehicle designed to take you from mid-morning to midday with a minimum of discomfort and unlimited safety and timeliness. We brake at designated stops and observe pedestrian crossings. There's no charge for the ride, but garbage will be returned as small change. Body protrusion, indecent exposure and political campaigning are punishable under the regulations. Advertising is welcome, but vending is prohibited. We apologize for any bumpy road surface, but we'll avoid pitfalls and crawl across potholes. Fasten your seatbelt, please. Straight up. Very small. Thank you.
Driver! Don't stop at all. From this Arizona round Albemarle. Driver! Don't even itch. make a little food there and come back quick. Driver, just remember the damn speed limit. Cause if you're running the feds, my friend, that is it.
Welcome back to Straight Up. We have our guest here, Mr. Justice Patrick Robinson, and I passed the time. I should have called him much earlier because it's so valuable making this contact with him. Mr. Robinson, are you there?
Yes, Jerry, I'm here.
I tell you. It's so good to have you. Now, what's the name of your book that you've written about your take on Jamaican track and field giftedness?
It's called Jamaican Athletics, a model for the world.
Yes. No, I told people, especially around it, after it was announced that you were appointed international. Is it criminal court?
No, to the International Court of Justice.
ICJ, ICJ, International Court of Justice. I was telling them how much as a new boy at JC 1958, you were one of a few senior boys. You weren't at the top of the school. I think you were in fifth form, but you were one of the senior boys who were very much respected just by observation of the younger youths of how kind of modest and quiet you were, but with obvious strength, you know. And then the very next year now you play a key part in JC's winning of champs after many years. I think you were the Class 2 champion.
That's right. Yes, I won this course in 59 when I won champs. You know?
Yeah.
That was a very proud moment for me.
Yes, yes.
In fact, I've just given an interview with the Jamaican Bar Association in which I said is the greatest achievement of my life.
Well, and not only that, I was just remembering this morning that that when you went up to receive, I distinctly remember when you went up to receive the accolade at Sabina Park, you had put on your blazer.
Yes.
And I think you even had on didn't you have on your title?
Yes, I would have had, yes. Well, certainly the blazer, the blazer, yes.
And it wasn't usual, but I distinctly remember it as a 11-year-old youth, that, you know, you made sure, put on your blazer and your tie and go up there and receive that. Now, from that time, you've been observing the thing at close quarters.
Yes.
And why I remembered you putting on your blazer, it was in contrast. I'm not putting down this young man, O'Hara. It was in contrast to the demeanor of athletes now, especially those who are super. That it's very hard for them to contain this the hype, you know, because other people hyping them up and
yes. Yes, I know what you're talking about. The champs has become very intense, you know.
Yeah.
You know, the rivalry is just so intense, and I think some of the fun, the natural joy, is being lost. You know.
You don't think some of the veterans who were there themselves and they now have accomplished certain things in life which are very relevant to regulation, that some of the veterans like yourself should be not only consulted but should have a constant contact with things like ISA and the J3As, so that we don't let too much time pass before we refurbish any regulations or standards that we have to administrate these things.
Yes, I think it is. It would be good for the for track and field, for them to keep in touch with former athletes who participated and who are willing to give up their time. You know, because it is such a great, a fantastic product. We want to do everything possible to preserve it as part of our legacy.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, the skills that a lawyer and a judge like yourself and an administrator would lend to it, along with other people, like, you know, other people. I mean, even Dan Webby, he was a point producing athlete at Champs for Georges.
Yes.
And now he is head of the company, main sponsor. And the ability that he has and the ability to assess things. He even made him make a comment before the Champs was finished that he is not comfortable with the way how access to the stadium is being managed, because we are excelling in the coaching, excelling in the athletics, excelling in administration, and the management of the crowd and so on must keep pace with all that other excellence.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, I for one didn't get a ticket this year through the source that I've used. You know my friend Patrick Robinson, we have the same name.
Yes. You almost look like you have a family resemblance.
Yes, we know. We have had this thing from 1959.
Yes.
And he usually gets a ticket for me, but he wasn't able to.
Yeah.
So I watched it from home and quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I don't want any attack on ISO. Now, ISO is a body of headmasters and headmistresses.
Yeah.
And they work voluntarily. They don't get paid. When I was writing my book, I was amazed to find that they didn't have a big staff.
Yeah.
You know, they are managing sports in about 170 schools, all sports, not just track and field.
Yeah.
And I don't think they have a staff of more than 5 or 6.
Yeah, managing all of the sport competitions.
Yes, all of that, yes. So I mean, I think they are to be thanked and praised for the work that they have done in using an event like Champs.
Yeah.
But where they need help in relation to like tickets and so on, then you know, people who are professional in those areas should give them the help.
That's what I'm saying. So that our crowd management and facility management, whether it is the availability of a television feed, whether it is screens outside the stadium, whether you have like sometime a nightclub or even a presidential inauguration is full, you have another place like a hotel or a big tent where that is next to being ringside. But we want all those things to keep pace with the excellence that ISA and J3 have demonstrated over 100 years now. Even though ISA is not 100 years old, but certainly is over 100 years now.
Yes. It's you're right. And I don't know if you know that when I was writing my book, I discovered something that is very important in our history. When we started Champs here in 1910, I think it was started by four headmasters.
Yes.
Who no doubt would have been English, you know.
Yes.
And in fact, I say it's the only good relic of colonialism.
Yes.
But they had not yet started a similar program in the United Kingdom.
No.
I think it's in the 1930s that they started an event like that.
Yeah.
So we were actually ahead of them.
Yeah.
And it helps to explain why, even today, you know, Jamaica remains ahead of the United Kingdom in track and field athletics. You look at the table on comparison of the medal.
The medal table, yes.
Yeah, we are way ahead of the UK.
When any country outside of Russia and America exceed our medal tally, we feel down.
That's right, precisely. Yes. It's only the USA and Russia that are ahead of us in track and field. Yeah.
Now, when Norman Manley did 10 seconds in 1911?
1911, I think. The second, I think it was the second.
The world record was 9.6. So his time would be in a top.
Oh yes. I mean, I think the world best at that time was about 9.7. So for him to have run 10 flat, you know, as a schoolboy, that was really running fast. You know.
There's something I want to ask you about.
Yes.
Dennis Hall. I think 1941, after Norman Manley's son equaled the record as a Monroe boy, Douglas Manley 10 flat in 1940. I think Dennis Hall ran almost 10-1 for JC.
Dennis Hall.
Yeah.
No, I don't know of that. The next big run was in
Frank
1952 Hall. By...
You at Barkley, you at Frank Hall?
Frank Hall. Yeah, Frank Hall. That was 1952, I think.
Yeah.
Frank Hall actually broke the record, running 9.9.
9.9, yeah.
Running 9.9. So Norman Manley's record was from 1911 to about 1952. That's about 40 years.
Yeah. But it was equal by his son in 40.
Yeah, equal by his son Douglas in 41.
Another thing I want to point out. When I was a little boy, by the time I reached JC, it wasn't happening again. But when I was a little boy, 6, 7, 8, I used to be hearing about triangular meets before Champs.
That's right.
Between 3 schools. 3 schools used to have a meet at each school, at different schools. So JC would have a triangular meet with 2 other top schools.
Precisely.
And that kind of thing. So even that kind of thing was way ahead in development.
Yes.
Apart from the actual Champs itself.
Yes, you're right. Yes, triangular meet, development meets. trying JC and maybe Woolmer's and another school.
Yeah.
But compare that with what takes place today.
Yeah.
And when you see that comparison,
yeah,
you appreciate the progress that we have made in track and field.
Yes.
Now from about the last part of December until champs, about 3 months, 3.5 months, every Saturday you have a meet.
Yes.
You know, when I was writing my book, I counted 27 meets.
Right.
27, so that, you know, when the guys come to champs and the girls come to champs, they have been well prepared. You know, remember in the days when I was at school, we started preparing for champs in January.
Yeah, you deal with football in Christmas term.
Right.
You might run 2 cross country as a footballer.
Yes.
And then you have cross country January and track. And by as I say, it's just Easter term. Track is Easter term.
That's right. And now these boys and girls start from June, July of the previous year. So you know, they prepare for about 9 months. You know?
Yeah.
So it's really a fantastic development. But we have to be careful with it too.
Yes.
That you know, the athletes are not overworked.
Yes. Especially after they are injured and recovering. Because I think it was you the other night, I was somewhere where a few of us was. I think it might have been you who pointed out that it was admirable for the Kingston College coach who just come from Monroe.
Yes.
Not to be tempted to run the young man who just broke 45.
Yes, Akeem Bloomfield. Yes. I was very impressed with that. He didn't run him in the 4x400.
Yeah.
In the 4x400. And that fella is a great prospect, you know.
I tell you,
to run 44.93 at 8:17.
Yeah.
No, he's outstanding, and the coach deserves a lot of praise, because my understanding is that this season is the first time Bloomfield is really running the 400.
Yes.
He was a 100, 200 runner.
Yeah.
And he was getting injured, so the coach obviously nurtured him.
Yeah.
And trained him properly, and he got over his injury, and he was very wise not to expose him to other races.
By the way, you should remember more than me. The gap at the end of the championships, was it as close as 25 points with Casey and Calabar?
No, I think it was no more than 15 or 16 points.
So close?
Yeah, it was quite close.
And the competition being that close, it is even a greater temptation to try run that youth.
Yes,
it would have been.
Might have been. Yes,
I never realized it. I never realized it was so close.
Yes, it was close. It's no more than 15 or 16 points. Very close. That's really a relay and another event to close. Close that 15 points. It was very close. That both schools performed very well, but you know, Casey had its injuries. So next year they'll come back.
Now, may I say quickly in a kind of segue to your other main area of expertise, that your son, Julian Robinson, largely because of the same kind of qualities that I did observe in you, I think being brought up by you, I think it has resulted in him being one of the few, not only younger but politicians of any age that command that kind of respect outside of his party. And even as young as he is, and I think it reminds me. I know you might not want to accept.
Well, it's kind of you to say that, Jerry.
No, but you know that he is, though.
Well, I mean, I prefer to have other people say that.
Yeah.
If you say that, that's very kind of you.
Yeah, it's not accidental, and we're not going to leave out his mother.
Yes.
Because even my mother, frequently her contribution to our upbringing was underrated, because people know my father better and so
on. Right. Well, I tell people, you know, anything that my children achieve is largely due to their mother, who passed on, as you know, 15 years ago.
Yes, same thing with my children.
Not due to me at all.
Same thing with my children. No, it just brings to mind why you see how things work in time and in place. It brings to mind that I think he had a similar advantage that I had, because he was able to grow up observing you as his father as an eminent and very disciplined lawyer and jurist, And so it was that I had the advantage of, when I was a little boy, especially being the youngest one in the family, observing my old man, and him used to come for me at school every evening. So I used to drive all over the place. Before when he picked me up a vase, in a Dunwood Road, we would drive all over the Kingston before we reach home, because I would have to do all what I want to do. And sometimes I'm go fix him car, go fix him muffler.
Right.
It's the middle of Trenchtown, him gone in a dirty yard, you know.
Right.
Go and drive up on a ramp, go and fix him muffler. So I am there all 1.5 hours observing him, talking with the people in Trenchtown who him know from him a little boy.
Right.
Sometimes the man patching the muffler is a man who he had convicted to prison.
Oh.
And when the man come back from prison, him contact my father and make him know say he's setting up at Trenchtown.
Right.
And many different things like this I drive on with my old man and observe.
Very interesting, very interesting.
And I think your son get the same advantage. And then I'm going to come to the point that I want to come to here now. Because later on when he was trying the Coral Gardens murder case, my brother who just returned from England as a young lawyer, himself and Richard Fletcher, who was about 19 years old and in university, and I have him degree already. Drove me and my cousin and my cousins and my sister down to Montego Bay to visit my old man in the middle of the case. And we got some, as a 15-year-old, we got so many insights from my old man about that case and about the government's wish to put on a draconian ganja sentence up and all kind of different things. And I don't know if you know that today and the whole weekend is celebrated every year by the Rastafari community because of the whole Coral Gardens incident and the persecution that took place.
Yes. Well, I know about the Coral Gardens thing, but I didn't know it was celebrated. This is the time when it took, this month?
Easter. It was the Easter weekend.
I remember it very well. Very, very significant, and I think it's perfectly right that you should remember it, and that, I mean, whatever can be done now, I think should be done to provide justice for the Rastafarians.
Well, I'm glad that you say so, because I know that you think that way and it's going to bring us to the main point. Other people like Earl Witter, having been the public defender, did a lot of things during his tenure as public defender in instructing the community, the Rastafari. And I like to refer to it as an offense against some Jamaican citizens. I don't like to point out that it was Rastafari, because it was an offense against the civil rights and the citizen rights of the first major one after independence. 9 months after. 9 months after independence.
9 months after, yes.
And because of your recent declaration, and you have a caller who about 3 times now has tried to contest your assessment, because of your recent declaration that the slaving traffic, the trafficking and the enslavement and the stealing of the land in Africa, and the going of more than 400 years of hardship in Jamaica, in the Caribbean and the Americas, you assess it as the greatest crime in the history of mankind.
Yes, in fact, what I said is that transatlantic enslavement of African people is the greatest atrocity and example of people's inhumanity to another people in the history of mankind. And then I give 5 reasons. I didn't just say that.
Yes.
I give 5 reasons why I said it.
Yes.
I don't know if you want to hear them.
I would be glad to hear.
Yes. Well, the first one is the duration. It was striking for its duration of over 350 years.
Yes.
Then unmatched for its barbarity, and that was demonstrated in the 18th century by Thomas Thistlewood. I don't know if you have read about Thomas Thistlewood.
Yes.
Thomas Thistlewood was an Englishman who came to Jamaica in the 18th century as a very lowly positioned Englishman, and then got into the whole business of slavery and owned his own plantation. Well, you know what his favorite punishment was on his plantation? To force one of the enslaved to defecate in the mouth of another. And then that man's mouth was gagged for about 3 hours.
Full of the feces of an ex human being.
No, I can't think of anything that is more barbarous than that. I cannot think of any punishment that would be worse than that.
Yeah.
And then I say it was unmatched for its sheer scale and magnitude.
Yeah.
And that was shown firstly by the length of what I call the pernicious triangular crossing.
Yes.
From Great Britain to West Africa, then to the Caribbean,
yeah,
and to the Americas in the infamous Middle Passage, in which millions died,
yeah,
and back to Britain, over 12,000 miles. And secondly, unmatched for the number of persons enslaved, well over 15 million.
Yes.
And thirdly, unmatched by the number of those killed, well over 6 million, when you base that on those who died on abduction, on the journey to the slave castles,
yes,
in the Middle Passage, and on the plantations.
Yeah.
And then the last point is that it was unmatched for its profitability, which was shown in the 18th century. In 1774,
yeah,
the average white person in Jamaica was 52 times as wealthy as the average person in Britain.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
The average counterpart in Britain, the average white person in Jamaica was 52 times richer than the average
white person
in Britain.
Yeah. So it was very prosperous for them. And then, of course, the compensation paid to planters, the 20 million, started a second industrial revolution in the UK after 1835.
Yeah.
So, you know, I give the reasons why I say it is the greatest crime against humanity in history.
With a jump like that, if you are able to enslave a people for 400 years,
yes,
and it enrich you, and it also gives you time and leisure to invent machinery and methods that going to make production even many times more.
Yes.
That means you fill up their pockets with money out of our blood.
Of course.
And then you give them time to invent machines and to think out things. Yeah, you give, and then you let us go now and say that we are in the same semi-final as them. One runner has fed the other runner for the whole season, and then has supplied them with time and spikes. Meanwhile, you not running spikes, no blocks for you and blocks for them, and they are allowed to take off like a handicap race 10 seconds before you.
You're more than 10 seconds.
Yes. When you demonstrate it in your terms, that is what you are doing.
Yes.
So our people have no need to feel like they are cursed and they are inferior.
Yes. And that is what, it is that atrocious wrong that needs to be set right. But what is amazing is that, our people here in Jamaica, they don't know about it because we haven't gone to the pains to teach our children Caribbean and Jamaican history as it should be taught.
Yeah.
And in my view, Caribbean history, Jamaican history should be compulsory in school.
Now, how you have demonstrated it there,
yes,
I want to remind you that somebody who I kind of think was a contemporary of yours and the other Patrick Robinson at University of West Indies, Walter Rodney.
Well, yes, Walter was just a year ahead of me, yes.
It is because of Walter Rodney's eminence, having become a PhD at 25 years old and returning to Jamaica where he was schooled.
Yes.
It was because of his eminence. Why moving up and down with us, some teenagers, myself, Peter Phillips, Garth White, and many more of us.
Yes.
We had been talking these things for years, but you know that eminence lends a lot of weight to the truth. And that is why I'm so grateful that just as Walter Rodney magnified and amplified the thing, like Bob Marley magnified and amplified Haile Selassie and Marcus Garvey's speeches.
Yes.
So it is that people like yourself, Gonzalez, Professor in Barbados there, Professor Beckles, and our historian lady here,
Vereen
Shepherd. When people attain a height of eminence in their work and still lend their voice to the truth, it is so much louder and plainer.
Well, if I can make that contribution, I'll be so grateful. I'll be so grateful, and I will be lending my voice to make that truth known.
And I tell you,
it's my duty to do so.
I tell you, you say how you say it is your duty to do so. I'm telling you, it is although it is your duty, we still owe you a debt, and people like yourself a debt of gratitude, because one of the things that makes it harder for us to catch up back in the race after the other guy has been set off 10 seconds before us is that most of our educated people, our educated black people, our educated African people, because of bad experiences, become timid to speak out and to risk their eminence and their position as against people like yourself and Beckles and Shepard. And the vast majority of people who we have educated, because you have spoken of getting a scholarship to JC and owing a debt to the people of Jamaica who educated you. Most of the people who have been educated and become privileged and in a good position to do things, they just don't have the courage, and I cannot berate them too much, I prefer praise the people who have the courage, because it is not easy to face these odds.
Yes. No, you're right. But if I have to remember, and I have to do the little that I can, and I will not stop. I was brought up by, my father was a teacher at an elementary school.
No wonder.
Westmoreland.
No wonder.
He was a man who was committed to black pride, black consciousness, from long before Marcus Garvey was made a hero. I think it was 1963.
Yes.
He named the houses at Greenhill Elementary School after prominent black leaders.
What?
Marcus Garvey.
Yes.
Then James Aggrey.
Oh yeah, Aggrey. Yes.
Aggrey and Booker T. Washington.
Yes.
So it was hard for me not to be influenced by that.
Yes.
And I am guided in my life by three main principles. The first is that I am black.
Yes.
The second is that I am a Jamaican.
Yeah.
And the third is that the country to which I belong, Jamaica, shares a common history with a number of other countries which were colonized, which went through a period of struggle and attained independence and now freedom and independence, and now must struggle even more for economic growth and prosperity. So those are the three things that guide me in my life: my blackness, my Jamaicanness, and thirdly, the fact that my country is a member of a group of developing countries with that common history that I have identified.
Now, just two quick things before you go.
Yes.
Now, could you recount to people, and I know you do it with all respect because you observe all protocols and you are not somebody who is abrasive, but could you recount with respect that I think she did this under coaching? I think the Queen of Britain and the British government on a whole, even the Prime Ministers of Britain, have stated quite almost barefacedly that at the time that they were deriving from slavery, from the robbery and the enslavement of the African people, it was not against the law. Therefore, they need not to remedy it.
Yes, well, that is an argument that is made. Although one can point to cases in the courts in Britain itself in which slavery was not accepted. There's a well-known case of I think it was by Lord Mansfield. Well-known case. I don't know why the name is escaped.
It's not about Equiano or one of them.
No, not Equiano. And I think the facts there were that a slave was being taken by his master to a ship to go to Jamaica.
Yeah.
And an action was brought, and Lord Mansfield found in his favor because what he said was that the heir of England cannot tolerate slavery.
Yes, in other words, I mean, it is not legal to have somebody enslaved in England.
In England. So I think but nonetheless, I mean, we know that England had laws in Jamaica and the colonies for the enslavement. And I think the challenge is to show that international law at that time proscribed slavery.
Yeah.
And I think that's the real challenge. So that dichotomy is undoubtedly there.
Yeah.
That in England, and I think in France too, they had the very same position, that in those countries you can't enslave. They will not tolerate it. Nonetheless, they had the contradictory position that they carried it on in their colonies.
Yeah.
So I think what has to be shown is that in carrying it on in their colonies, they were acting in contravention of what was international law at that practice. And that the true law, the true practice, and the true reflection of what was law was the practice which they observed in their own countries.
Now to bring us back to Jamaica and to nearer times, just over 50 years ago.
Yes.
Most of the Rastafari sisters and brothers who suffered as adults, because some of them children are still alive, but most of those who suffered as adults as a result of the program against their assertion of land rights in Carrot Gardens and around, most of them have died out, and the rest are very old. But does that preclude that community, and not only that community, I don't want to just that the Rastafari community, the citizens of Jamaica who were brutalized in 1963 all over the island? Because I don't know if you realize that there was a program all over the island. The police, the soldiers, even ministers of religion were encouraged by government ministers and the Prime Minister to discriminate against Rastafari and to turn them in, and not only Rastafari, all beard man and all women who have them head wrap and look like she might be the mate of a Rasta man or a beard man. All beard man, all people of any kind of dissident character. And for months in Jamaica, people were being hounded and many were killed. What precludes the citizens of Jamaica first to get an apology from the representatives of the regime at the time? It was a Jamaica Labour Party government led by Bustamante, but it was the government of Jamaica, which the Constitution of Jamaica don't recognize parties. But what precludes the citizens of Jamaica from getting that apology and to start some action and some compensation, whether it is in educational programs or whether it is compensation of land, because even land was deprived of people and all different kind of way? What precludes the people of the citizens of Jamaica from being compensated first with an admission of guilt of the government, an apology?
Well, first of all, I think the apology, if the government of that time wants to give the apology, I think that would be for them. But I think the whole question of liability and an apology would relate to the present government.
To the state, yes.
Yeah, because it's the government of Jamaica.
Of the day, yes.
The government of the day that would be responsible. So I wouldn't concentrate so much on who was in power at that time.
Yes, so it matters not. It's not just an apology from the JLP, it's and a recognition from the government of Jamaica of the violation of the rights of the citizens of Jamaica and the need to make amends.
Yes, well, that is something I think that would have to be investigated, and first, I must make it very clear that I have the greatest respect and love for the Rastafarian community. For the Rastafarian community, more than any other, is the community that has stressed our Africanness.
Yes.
That's why I have such a high regard for the Rastafarian community. So that if something was done in 1963, which deprived them of their rights, then I have no problem at all with the matter being investigated properly.
Yes.
and a full report done on it.
And lastly, now, as you know, those countries and those communities that have been significantly compensated under some system of reparation, whether it is land or cash or both, those countries and those communities, remarkably, Israel, and I think some of the Japanese, some of the Native Americans both in Canada and United States of America,
and in Australia and New Zealand, Kenya, and all over. Most of these people have secured, some of them just secured the beginning of compensation, but Israel has secured a substantial amount and ongoing. But most of these people only secure those things from a position of strength. Yes, no, you have hit the nail on the head. Yeah, you have hit the nail on the head. That is the main reason why we have not been able to move forward, because we are not economically strong.
Yes.
And it's really a reflection of the profile and power, level of power that we have in the international community. But that must not prevent us.
Well, I'm glad
going forward.
I'm glad that you're saying that, because these things frequently, the journey and is like a long court case. The journey and the case sometimes exceeds one lifetime.
Yes. But you know, a big move was accomplished recently when the resolution was adopted in the House of Representatives.
Yes.
On a bipartisan basis.
Yes.
Saying that we have a right to seek reparation.
Yes.
And I think that sends a message to Jamaica. The two parties favor it.
Yes.
That's really a welcome move, because the two parties, as you know, don't always
know. Yes.
Eye to eye.
Yes.
But it is the right thing for them to see eye to eye on.
Yes, of course.
It's something that affects our identity as a people.
Yeah, this could be the beginning of some more real national consensus on issues, which could lead to national consensus against crime and many other things.
Yes, precisely. Because there are many other areas in which we have bipartisan approach.
Yes.
I think, like in education, for example, you need to have a bipartisan approach. We need to see beyond
and
partisan issues.
Yes. And if we take this approach that you are recommending, and that has started in some ways, without being as draconian as what happened in Singapore, because these things, people have to be culturally ready even to take a certain kind of discipline. Without being as draconian and aping every move of Singapore, we might be able to gather some significant momentum and do it in a different but similar, but approximate way.
That's a good point. That we can become more solid, more firm in our approach, and yet be consistent with maintaining democratic rights.
Yeah, one last thing, because if South Africa under the wicked apartheid regime and the kind of division between the whites and blacks that we observe from where little boy come up, if they can reach a stage where Nelson Mandela come out of prison, the ANC become the government, and for years now, from 94, there has been some progress in multiracial thing, even though the black people still suffering.
They are still economically way
behind.
Yes.
But I think it is irreversible.
You think it is what?
I think that the direction, if not the momentum that has started, is irreversible.
Oh yes. That direction there, I think, will continue, will be maintained. Yes.
And one last thing I want to say, because I know I have imposed upon your time, having been late myself by more than 15 minutes.
Yes.
One last thing, I want to comment again, not only the participation and the prestige, and we're not talking about empty prestige that somebody like yourself and the others that have named lent, but also somebody like Lord, is it Gifford or Gifford?
Lord Gifford, yes.
Lord Gifford, who not only lent, but has given his time, more than half a lifetime to this thing, coming from the most appropriate place, the seat of his seat in the House of Lords, and admitting personally and familiarly that he and his people have benefited from this thing, and he is repaying it not only in cash and kind, but in professional professional.
No, Lordship, but is an iconic example of what we want to see coming from the United Kingdom now.
Yeah.
He used to be very highly commended, and I have the highest regard for him.
Well, I thank you very much for having been here, Mr. Justice Patrick Robbins. Now we wish you all your best in what you are obviously going to contribute to the International Court of Justice, and to Jamaica, and to athletics.
Thanks. I like how you link all of them, because all of them are intertwined. You know?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All the best. Yes, we'll go for a break. Welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. Good morning.
Hello?
Welcome.
Morning, sir.
Walk on.
Well, I want you to tell me now. Alright, you see, in relation to this religion thing, especially Christianity,
yeah,
I have been reading history so far. And I mean, so far, I don't see God in black history, you know. With all of the atrocities and the barbaric things that happen to black people, all I am trying to see what role God played in it. So, I wonder if you can explain me, I wonder if you can help me to see him in it, or her in it. Right? As I'm looking and up to now, I can't see him or her. Right? In it. I want you to help me to see, because I can't see him or her, or whoever this
no, hear this now.
God is.
Hear this now. From the beginning of literature, you see? Literature meaning that people write down things, and write down things to keep a version of how things go. Different from people just remember it and orally carry it and tell it to other people.
Yeah.
So it's written down in a record. From the beginning of that time, when people have the strength to exploit other people, they usually write down that it was their right to do it because their God approved it. You remember?
Okay.
All right, now. The black people, the African people that you're talking about, their oppression and black history, right? Before they were in this captivity in the Americas and in the Caribbean and all these different places, before that time, are you conscious of the black people, the African people, having any concept of God before that time?
Exactly. Well, when they say God, all I see so far, they seem to recognize nature and certain principles that govern nature that can't change.
I'm glad you said that, because as you are pointing out, most of the black people and the African people usually point to different manifestations of nature as representing God, like them call it animism, I think, whether you're going to attribute God qualities to an animal or to a tree or to a big rock or a big mountain or a river. Because down to river, some people recognize as being, say, representing God and the cow and all, right? So I'm glad you point out that. So you know that the black people, the African people, they have a concept of right and wrong, and of a force that bigger and wiser than human being. So you
exactly.
You recognize
and I
that.
think they refer to it as ma'at.
All right. So if you know that, the black people did have that concept before them going as slavery and them with it, how you mean they are not seeing God in this thing?
No, man. I was speaking in relation to their history as it relates to slavery.
No.
Say, remember, Christianity tell about this good, kind, loving, merciful, compassionate God. I don't see him.
All right, no, listen now. As I told you, the people who are implementing slavery or the police who are implementing a curfew downtown is usually the police report to the public what happened downtown. So you usually get the police version more officially. Exactly. The people who demonstrate on the sidewalk, when them are chatting at the camera, you sometimes hard to believe them. And when you see the placard with them have, sometimes the spelling wrong, and it's not so easy to believe them. So usually the police version sound more correct, right?
I get you.
So what you have been getting is the police version of slavery, which is the government and the owner man and the exploiter version. Don't worry yourself.
All right.
Thank you very much, yeah?
Yeah, respect.
Good morning, welcome to Straight Up, hello?
Yeah, morning, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Well, I'm celebrating to be honest with you, man. And the most enlightening, most remarkable, blown away interview that you ever done on this program over the years, man.
Well, I was so glad to get the opportunity because of the quality of the person.
I am telling you, my brethren, yo, you must bring back that man on the program. You should bring him back.
Even before I bring him back, I think I should repeat this 45 minutes sometime in the coming week and give people notice before.
Absolutely. I am telling you, Jerry. Jerry, I soak up every second of the interview, Bridget. You must know, sir, me I told you, they make it nice next to me, you know. You know, I send them in the other room and watch the TV because we don't want to miss not even a second of the interview, my brother. And you remember me telling you last, I think about 3 weeks ago, that I was watching an interview on the Russian television station where this African-American historian was saying that the debt and the reparation that is owed to Americans specifically is over $30 trillion.
Yeah.
And to how he was reasoning, he was including the rest of the wider Caribbean and the wider region, you know.
Yeah.
He was talking about America specifically.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand me? And when I listen to this man and listen to your interview with this man, Bridget, this should be played every day in a parliament.
Well, what you said a while ago?
Yes, sir.
It reminds me of a calculation that came to me the other day.
Yes, sir.
That the United States of America is best positioned to recompense the black people in America more than any people anywhere in the world. And the black people in America are best positioned to pressure and extract out of the American government the compensation that they're supposed to get. So maybe the black people redemption and recompense what they're supposed to get around the world. Maybe it is the American black people getting them due from the American government, which going to really start and secure the whole thing. I thank you very much. It sounds like your phone cut off, right? Thank you very much for that. Next one. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Yes, Bunga, man. Civilized again, you know.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Well, Mr. Man, just call one time and listen, you know, but I really have to call you back, you know.
Well, I'm really glad.
Yes, man, that man we had talk to.
Yes.
The Robinson.
Yes.
I mean, I tell you, say, man, one of the greatest, you call it the thing, yeah.
Just use other words, man.
Your guest.
Yes.
Yeah, man, one of the greatest guests you ever put on your program.
Yeah, and a long time I did and get him, you know, but I run into him Monday night at a function, and I said, boy, we must. And you know, this morning when I was scheduled to call him 10:15, because the program was flowing so smoothly, I forgot it. I never remember till 10:30.
Yeah.
And he had somewhere to go 11, and I was still able to get the next 15 minutes of time to compensate for my late coming.
Well, I tell you, man. But me tell you what struck me, you know.
Yeah.
And make me cringe, you know, man. Make me cringing at myself, you know.
Yeah.
When the man defecating at the man's mouth and lock it for 3 hours.
Yes. Clinton Houghton for years now. Clinton Houghton, Dr. Clinton Houghton being, as a man will dig up some of them history, they've been talking about this thing for more than 10, 20 years. And many other things like that were done. And not only they do it, they boast about it and teach the other planter how to do it and to cut up the pregnant woman belly, if you see. Sometimes the two of them are drink and them say, I wonder what kind of baby that black woman that you're a slave are going to have. And the other one say, I don't know. And one say, boy, the belly shaped like a boy, and the next one say, yeah, that man, it shaped like a girl. And if you settle them bet there around them drinking there, them bet a £5 or a 10 shilling. And cut up the woman belly to see which one for win the bet.
My God, man. No, this is, no, them underrate the black man, you know.
Yes, but we are not cursed, you know.
We're not cursed.
But you see how difficult and how long it will take.
But we have too much love. We have too much love. That is the reason.
It's not too much, man. But you see that is a reason why it is taking so long for most of our people come to certain understanding.
And we are united.
No, yes, but it is not easy to overcome these kind of separation. It don't just overcome them kind of separation just not 10 year and 50 year, no. People mind, after people suffer these kind of abuse, it takes sometimes hundreds of years to reach back where you're supposed to reach, you know. There's nothing wrong with our people. It takes a long time.
No, man. No, man. This is serious, man. These people couldn't be in them right mind, man. Them couldn't be in them right mind.
I'm glad you know that. Said them did out of their mind more than our people out
of them. Yes, them couldn't be in them right mind,
the oppressor was sick more than how we was sick.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
It's only sick people do those sort of things.
Yes, and riches and money will make you sick. The riches and the temptation will make you sick. I'm mad.
And it's the evil that them do, you know, and is that evil make it worse, you know, to see the evil them do.
Yes, sir. That's why they're so barefaced now and still see themselves superior. And that's why the Queen could say she's sorry, but she's sorry for what done, but she's not giving us back anything because it was not a crime at that time.
Appreciate, man.
And she's sick, you know.
She's sick, man.
A powder and lipstick and them things she take and make to look like she's not sick.
Yeah, man, she's sick, man.
Yeah, sick.
Bad.
Well, thank you very much, yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Next one. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Hello, morning, Mr. Small.
Welcome, sir.
Mr. Small, you can write as much as how you talk.
Well, I used to write more how I talk.
If you write a book right now and put it out, you sell over 1 million copies in one day.
Well, all right.
And that will contribute a lot to the Jamaican economic growth. Secondly, Mr. Small, these threatening ads that the government putting on the radio, threatening people about property tax, etc. They need to pull off those ads off of the radio and start threatening the Jamaican people. There's not enough money to go around because they screw up the economy. Thirdly, Mr. Small, the diaspora, I see?
Yeah.
Those living in London, all over the continent, Europe and America.
Yeah.
They have a lot of business over there, some of them. They're afraid to come back, but they are good people.
Yeah.
If they could allow the Jamaicans to spend Jamaican dollars in their store when they come to New York and all of those places, it would help grow the economy, you know, Mr. Small. Because there are a lot of cosmetic store and wholesale in London that I could go and shop when I go up. If it's even to buy 2 patty or 2 shirts. And then they could use back that Jamaican dollar to send back to Jamaica if they send in remittances. Or come and take a vacation. They could work out a diaspora agreement with those people and help to grow it.
Yeah, they're sending back Jamaican dollars to Jamaica when they want to spend. That wouldn't bolster the foreign exchange need that Jamaica have. Right now is a remittance from those same diaspora that is supplying a lot of the foreign exchange blood that you need. Explain to me.
No, we would spend the Jamaican with them in London.
Yeah.
And get that benefit there.
Yeah.
And then they could send it back because when they send it back...
No, hold on. Go slow. They could send back American dollars or Jamaican dollars.
Send back the same Jamaican, man, to their relatives. Because you see, when you go to the Western Union, there is no proper audit trail that all of those remittances that they collect in foreign exchange is coming back into the country.
So those companies, those remittance companies and the government, as we know, is sharing the foreign exchange, and we, the Jamaican people, not getting the benefit of it.
Yeah, because you don't know, you can't check their books adequately to say if my wife sent $1,000 US for me through hit America, there's no guarantee that that 1,000 will hit the shores of Jamaica. Unless I get that 1,000 US in my hand, you know, where I live in Jamaica. They're cutting it off from over there.
All right, so anyway, so you are saying instead of the government and the remittance company share up the hard currency, send them soft currency, and them not get none.
Right. All the diaspora wouldn't participate in this project that I'm proposing, you know.
All right,
that could work.
Yes, we have to talk about it some more so that my slower brain can kind of process it, because I'm sure that I think that you have some sense, and I don't want my slow brain to dismiss it as not sense. But more time. Thank you very much. Yes, sir?
Yes.
Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Next one there. Good morning. Welcome. Straight Up. Are you there?
Jerry?
Welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. Teacher from Spain. Give thanks again for the moment. And
Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Yeah, me I say, boy, you do some great works again. And me I say, you're honest in the proper way. All the things that were diverted now being converged in one point. I love the guest this morning.
Yes, sir.
Valuable information.
I tell you.
And, you know, I really recall that Spanish Town have a place in Spanish Town in the square called King's House.
Yeah.
And I was just questioning, I stand to be corrected, that this King's House is the only King's House in the Western Hemisphere. Is it so?
Then the one up on Warp Road, what them call it?
Well, that's a substitute of the one that was there before. You get me? But what I noticed also is from that King's House, there's a street called Constitution Street that leads straight to the infirmary.
Okay.
Right, and you're on human rights matters.
So the Constitution sick? Poorhouse.
Right, so I mean, I say, with our first black president in the big house, 44th president, these are matters that must be discussed in the Constitution and the street called Constitution Street. I think.
Yeah, man.
You know, so all of these matters must come forth. And I noticed also Senator Floyd the other day was speaking about the disability sector.
Yeah.
And the intent that they have seems to sound very good, but when the speech is done, all these people gathered outside. I see some old people gathered outside. People come and give them Christianity with their box food and all of these things. Yeah. All of these things, like the brother just said about the threat about land and all of that, because he said land is a basic right for all of us, which many of us don't have, brethren.
Yes.
You know, so it's a convergence of things moving in the right way, sir.
Yes, sir.
Without further ado,
thank you very
we'll talk
much.
Again. Love.
Thank you very much, yes, sir. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Next one. Have another one. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Wagwan.
Boy, I tell you, boy, very, very, very good history lesson here.
Well, I'm so glad for that.
You know, and congratulations to that gentleman that came on.
Yeah.
With that and gave us so much information and so. Jerry, the thing when you say about a white woman out here having 52 times better than in England.
Not a white woman.
White people.
Any English person in Jamaica in that time.
Yes.
Was 52 times richer than the average
English person
in England.
Well, I tell you, man.
Because of being in Jamaica, because of deriving from slavery.
Yes. You see, Jerry, which brings me to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As an African.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the repatriation and the queen coming to obsolete herself outside and so on. Right?
Yeah.
Making herself obsolete like so right now. She don't know the people and things. Look how much sufferation we have gone under.
Yeah, man. Trying to absolve herself.
For over 400 years to trying to absolve herself from it.
But
and making herself obsolete though.
Yeah. But you see, when you get the more you get the understanding and the more that you find other people, especially people of great accomplishments like these people.
Yes, sir.
The rare ones, a few of them.
Yes.
Still hold on their obligation to serve back them people with the education what them get.
Exactly.
It encourages you and make you realize that the length of time that it is taking must not discourage you.
Yes.
Because it takes a good amount of time for culture and learning and education to spread amongst people and for people to change.
You know, when I was a little boy, Jerry, a youngster, I'm talking about 5 and 6, you know. It's my mother, she used to travel regularly.
Yeah.
Go to the States and so because she was an American citizen.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to travel like a visa. You know, the and consulate and so on.
Yeah, man, yeah.
And I tell you, she used to bring back things like Martin Luther King and bring back books and things. So I've been reading literature for years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I could read from when I was about 4 and I really understand these things and so on. People like Booker T. Washington and all these kind of things and so on. You know, she used to enlighten me on a lot of literature.
Yeah.
I'm a brother and so on and so. So these things coming as you know, it is so good when we can know as our race and know where we're coming from and all that sort of thing. Because some people don't want to really know where they're coming from. Have to know where you're coming from.
Yeah, because Obama don't just reach where him reach, just so. Him climb up, and he have a right to.
Exactly.
Him climb up on the shoulders of king and all those different queens and all them great different people. And we have a right to climb up on their shoulders.
Yes, and Mr. Obama's father is also African.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's not forget that and so on. Very quickly. And you're touching about life being sacred and so on. We are appealing to these people to stop killing out the children and stop killing out women and stop killing out people and a whole and so on. Let it go boy there, man. It touched my heart, Jerry.
Yeah.
The little 11-year-old boy that was killed there.
Yeah.
He was so promising, Jerry, because he was doing furniture work, you know.
Yeah.
It was been such a progressive like a child.
I learned trade, yeah.
Yes, learning trade. You can imagine that at his age and so it's so good. You know,
but at the same time that his mother is allowing him to go down the corner and learn trade and to go to shop for people and earn the money.
Yes.
So it is that some other 12-year-old boys are being sent to hide gun.
Yes.
And are being sent to find back the gun.
Right, Jerry.
And some of them start to boast off, say, oh, me hold Joe gun ready, you know. Me know which part Joe gun lock, you know. And not only that, because they are young now, they can't carry Joe gun to school. So they carry their own ratchet and boast after them friends. Say, oh, me have my ratchet in my bag, you know.
Right.
And if a boy touch me, me kill a boy.
Exactly, you know, Jerry, these things, boy, I mean, when I was a youngster, I unheard of, man. I mean, boy, Jerry, man, I tell you.
All right, feel no way. Thank you very much.
Jerry, take care of yourself. Good.
Next one. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Welcome.
Jerry.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Some time ago, you have this man that worked in the prison system.
Yeah.
And he never spent enough time because the break was coming up and I thought you'd allow him to really hold and come back. But boy, I don't believe I'll get enough information. Do you have plan to get him back very soon?
You're talking about the Italian journalist the other day?
Yes.
Yes, we told you that we need him to come back here at least 2 more times because there are various topics that him specialize in and we need him back.
Yes, it's important, Jerry. This is the thing about it now. That is what is a program, you know. You see the people that you get as guests, we must learn something from them.
Yeah.
And these people we are learning, because even that man that was talking a while ago, we learn a lot.
Yeah.
You know, see, so these are the people that we want on the program. Most people might not like them, but we as a ardent listener, we are learning a bit.
And not only, as I say, we learn a lot from them. The fact is this, that most of the educated black people in Jamaica, and especially the middle class people and so on, when they achieve success, they get the first job, work with a job a good while, get a second job and go on and growing, and things get nice to them and them have a second car and a nice house. Most of them do not contribute back to the community in ways like Mr. Justice Robinson. But if 1/10 of the educated black people, if 1/10 of the university student and the UTech student and so on, was to continue to live them nice life, have them nice car, but still talking and contributing this way, you know that things would happen much faster.
And this country would have been better.
Yeah, so when we see the educated people who still educated and dedicated, it's so much greater.
We have to big them up.
Thank you very much, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Next one again. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Good morning again, Jerry.
Hi, how are you doing, ma'am?
Very well, thank you. I'm going to give you some credit. I don't mean phone credit.
Yes.
So hold on to your head now. Listen, I can't say that I've heard every interview that you have conducted.
Yeah.
But of all those that I have heard, this one was the best conducted interview.
Yeah?
Yes, to my mind. I don't know what other people say, but of all that I have heard, this is the best conducted interview. So much information was gleaned from that. And
I never crowd him too much.
Listen, man, you hear what I say? It's the best interview. No railroading. I mean, it was properly conducted, like you had prepared your questions.
Yeah, I didn't, you know.
There you go.
But I had 3 vague categories that I want.
Yes, but it flowed very well. And you see, from you do this one now, you know you have set the bar.
In other words, that means I can run a little slow time, or a little careless time, or cut the track, or
You understand me very well because I'll be fighting to get on the line to tell you publicly that you now run it right.
Yes, and not extraordinary.
So, listen, this you have really set the bar now, and it was really good. And I mean, I think this will inspire Jamaican people too. You see, when people go abroad in Nigeria, they realize they get kind of lost in the crowd there if they don't defend Jamaica.
Yeah.
I wonder if you realize that.
Yes.
The most patriotic Jamaicans are the ones who get a chance to live abroad.
Yes. Because it gives them a sense of being on purpose.
Of course.
Represent.
Of course. And believe me, when you hear our people talking about Jamaica and how deep we're sinking, trust me, when you go abroad, the reputation that our Jamaican athletes, musicians, Jamaica itself.
Yeah. May I say this? That I expect that Obama visit to Jamaica will overwhelm him more than how it even overwhelmed the Jamaican people.
Look here, why you think he's coming here? It will do him more good.
Yeah.
Because I've all sat and heard about this phenomenal set of people called Jamaicans.
Yeah.
We're not like any other, in Jerry.
No, and yet we're not going out like we're superior, but we must know ourselves and know that we came for a purpose, and it almost make you say, boy, we did get in a prison for a purpose.
Look here, it's not that Jamaicans will behave superior now. I don't think Jamaicans understand the strengths they have.
A lot do.
The respect that people have for them in spite of all that is going on here.
Yeah.
Because we Jamaicans tend to devalue themselves in favor of other people and other nations.
Yeah, true.
But we are highly respected and regarded, and people are in awe about Jamaicans.
Now, may I commend you, although this is not a mutual admiration society, may I commend you that, as I've been saying since morning, those Jamaicans, those human beings, not just Jamaicans, those human beings, those Jamaicans, those black people, Indian people, anyone, those people who get education and who get good preparation for life and then get good job after that, and also remember and still do things to them people. That's why, although I criticize Bill Gates, I still have to give him credit. Those people who succeed and still do good for them people, including people like you who are well educated, well exposed, well traveled, and don't have to listen to talk show and call on talk show, but still are concerned. I say it's a great credit and a great encouragement, because if we have 10% of the people who receive education and privilege and good job like you, and 10% turn back and say thanks, there's no stopping and there's no some speeding up going on.
You are so right, Jerry. You are so right.
Well,
and thanks again. Thanks again for doing what you love.
Yeah.
Because this will inspire the rest of us a little more.
Thank you very much, yeah.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Welcome to the next caller. Good morning. Yeah, we can take about 3, maybe we'll take 4 calls more. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Good morning, Jerry.
Welcome.
Yes, Jerry. Listen now, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry, you see when me and the Jerry, you my friend, you know?
Oh.
Fox.
About what?
Fox are afraid. Fox are go on and I call every station and I ask them what the purpose of this government, for the government, for the president to come here. If I come and steal things, that's this government. Yes. Stay in a power forever.
Oh.
This Muta yesterday, me him call Muta and him call everywhere. Let's answer what a question there. Tell the Fox mustn't fret, man. Everything I go all right, man.
So you still go to America?
Eh?
You still go to America?
No.
Why? All right, don't bother tell her why. Okay. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, ma'am.
Jerry.
Next one. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Hello, morning, Jerry.
Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
Yeah. How are you doing, my brother?
Fine.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm really glad to get you this morning.
Yeah.
Because I sat down and I listened to Justice Robinson talk.
Yeah.
The man was so eloquent in a Jamaican way, where every ordinary man out there could understand him.
Yes.
Easily.
Yes.
And the things that he said, you know, let's say, if you're not one of the brightest guys, if you're just one of the average Jamaicans, you would understand everything what the man said. And he said so many things on the part of him, just happy to be black, to be a Jamaican, and you know, the humility.
And look how far him reach. I think we could say that him reach further up in his field than any other Jamaican lawyer and judge. And he could be there exalting himself and in the high confidence.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. Him could have, like some of them, whether them young or old, or some of them when them think they reach a special place, like what them call God knows, which is a mad place, and them think they're up on top of the world. No, look how far this man reached.
Yeah.
And the man just sound like a, but I tell you,
so what?
And what you do, it brings, just listen to me for a moment, very quickly. When he brought up, because I heard about this Patrick Robinson, I must say, what? Here goes another Jamaican, I excel. But when I hear that, you know, Julian Robinson, I say, what?
Yeah.
No, me understand, because Jerry, remember, a couple times I called you already.
Yeah.
When you reached the part this morning, and I, you know, mentioned about him sound and thing, I didn't hear it very, very well. I was around the back, and then I come home, I hear the part, and I kept on. Now you understand what I try to tell you, say. Me was a jail team, and Julian know me sick, right?
Yeah.
And Julian come look at me in my yard, him call me, come look at me in the hospital, and he says, just take care of yourself.
Yeah, I did hear you say so.
Yeah, man, and then, so guess what? Me have to give praise and justice like you, and if you say that brother there, Julian, because in the world now, nobody know people cause politicians and things, because them damn well deserve it sometimes, most times. But you see the humility with a brother that have, no where come from. Yeah. I'm just hope, say, that interview you this morning will open up some people's eye and take out some of the color out of all of us, not just them, me, everybody. Should see the light.
All right, well,
listen to the same, my brother.
Thank you very much, yes, sir. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up.
Morning, Jerry.
Wagwan.
Why, I try to get you from morning.
Yeah.
I want people to know, say, even a person like me, sometimes it's hard to get on to.
I
want them to know that.
Yes.
Yeah, man, like, I want to endorse all of what the other caller has been saying.
Yeah.
I think the best interview I ever hear you conduct myself, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Very, very.
Well, I knew I had a premonition from before, so anytime I get Mr. Robinson on the program, Justice Robinson, it's going to be great, and I must watch myself and just love him.
Yeah. And, you know, Justice Robinson sitting on the bench at the International Court of Justice.
Yeah.
I don't know why people have this difficulty with us having a Caribbean Court of Justice.
Yeah.
Because you have a European Court of Justice.
Yeah.
And I think you have that sure though, but I think you have one in Asia as well.
Yeah.
You know? But boy, the interview there was very enlightening.
Yeah. So, no matter how slow things might be going or how it look away, when you realize that you have people like these, and then when you remember the others and you start remember 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, a lot of people, vital people out there scattered doing some great things, although you might feel lonely and feel like, say, boy, nothing not going. And it is not just going to stay so. There is a time that it's going to pick up momentum.
Have to,
especially when it reaches a critical mass.
You see how much people that one interview here this morning now touch.
Yeah, and this man.
You think we are going to be the same person tomorrow, man?
Exactly.
Hearing this.
Exactly, and remember this is a day when a lot of people not listen to the program. That I think I have to play back this interview one day.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Next one again. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Good morning, Jerry.
Welcome,
Jerry.
Sir. Welcome.
You see, how things really working in this country. If we not get up and fight, we'll find ourselves rather worse, because you believe you have to sit down and see the dishonesty will take place in this little island here against my little black brother. And if we not get up and rise up, you believe, say like how the lady talk and come tell you, say when Obama come here, he's going to be held. When them support, if Obama come out, when they talk about them now, talk about the sufferation, of this country here, You understand? They're not going to talk about that because in history I never see people suffer. In this way, I never see nobody else suffer like how them suffer now. You have people who go to the hospital and things not working out for them. So when we come and when they pay them big tax, look on the type of look on the type of car this government drive and the country rather worse. And that if you look on our over brother tap kill off one another. I hope a man because forget food feed, but I get to be the enemy. You understand? If you don't look on that, well, we're not going to get things better. Nobody can look for Barack Obama go come here and things are going to work. We have to work in the interest of the people. When government look for man and take things where people don't have, you can tax man when gas go around the whole world and go down and you tax people because of what? Your copper must be free alright because when you want to type a car, everything alright. People can't get good medicine in a hospital. When people speak the truth and all that, their friend get work, and no matter where a friend do, him can't wrong. Then they not go so. See me and others out there.
Alright.
When people come look and come talk about white people, all and all I see in front of me is shades of colors. That's why we say one heart, one love.
Alright. Thanks here, sir. Next one, last one. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Indeed, Brother Jerry.
Wagwan.
2 things.
Yep.
I want to say good luck to the 31-member team, swimming team who left Jamaica yesterday.
Yeah.
Heading towards Barbados to take place in that swim meet.
Yeah.
14 girls and 17 boys accompanied by 6 officials departed.
Yeah.
I want to thank Lime, telephone company Lime, that came on board
to
help to make this possible. Because there were some concern, Brother Jerry, that parents would have to foot the cost of traveling arrangement.
Yeah.
And fortunately, Lime came on board to help.
Mm.
Finally, Jerry, I want to ask the host of Straight Up not to allow the leisures, pleasures, or treasures of the weekend to get you distracted, self-preservation.
Yeah.
Return on Monday. Return in one piece.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
And we don't want nobody on the swims team.
Yes.
After them win the third race, let them draft them bad suit and I show it how them extraordinary.
Indeed.
Or you want that?
I have to say indeed to that.
All right, thank you very much.
Indeed.
Yes, well, that brings us near to the end of our program here. And I want to thank my technical operator and production assistant now, and Elmore Jameson, otherwise known as Q. I have a program on the radio. Take a mic there for me, Skip. I'm going to talk to you a little. Yeah, man, Q, the technical operator here, is not only a technical operator, but he also has a program on the radio here. Eliza, how long now you have that? What's the name of that program?
Fun Factory.
Okay,
it's a musical program. But I used to run a night show before. It was also an entertainment show, but it gets an upgrade now.
That's where I did hear the name.
Yeah.
So by the way, you came through Carrimac.
Well, it's just in Carrimac now. I was actually doing marketing first, and then
at UWI.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
And because of some financial reasons, stopped school in 2011, 2010. And then, opportunity just rise again. And we just start over and decide when I give up the school thing. So,
So when you start over, no?
Well, no, I'm in Carrimac.
Oh, but
so
in between that you were...
was working here.
Yeah, hosting the program or technical operator?
Hosting and technical operator.
So where did you learn the technical operator?
Well, I learned it growing up. I grew up on a sound system.
Oh, yeah.
So I knew the technicalities behind engineering and all of that. I did audio editing and all of that on my own, self-taught. But then now to learn here, Barry and Kevin and the other engineers, teach you. Well, you have to do training to work here. Yeah, so we learned that. But I always had the technical background.
And as you see, because you decide before, and frequently, and most time, we have to decide before whether we are going to succeed. You don't wait till you see the money or wait till you see the bus before you go to the bus stop. You go to the bus stop and know, say, go to the bus stop and the bus, right?
Yeah, man, that's the bus
So therefore, although you got interrupted in 2010, you still persevere and opportunity to open up again, and you go through dark moments. But dark moments is just night, a time for rest or time for practice your night vision.
But what I always tell people, the dark moments, as you call them, is what adds the flair to your story.
Yeah.
And it gives you the drive to go on,
Yeah.
So every time you get down, you just think about the time when you're going to be up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bumpy road make a good driver.
Yeah, man. True. Make a better driver.
Yeah, man.
And then now, like our guest a while ago, say Westmoreland him come from.
Yeah. Listen to all of that.
Yeah, man. Westmoreland him father teacher bring him from Westmoreland. And him come conquer town. Conquer town and conquer international scene and
to conquer more things.
Yes. But you're not from Westmoreland too?
Man in school, Westmoreland. Yeah,
man. Joe. Yeah, man. And so what year you left, man?
2008.
Oh, yeah, because one of our guests here the other day, the outer space brethren wife.
Yeah, I remember.
She was a little ahead of you.
By about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. And you want to know, hey, look, I just realized one of my father's best friend.
Yeah.
Where we used to visit every time we passed through Savlamar, the headmaster of Manning's name, Mr. Prescott.
Yeah, I knew of his name, but he was before my time.
What do you think them call him?
I don't know.
Q.
Yeah.
Well, you go back and check. You know why? Him name Prescott.
Yeah.
And something about alphabetical thing in the book when him go to school. Him come from Barbados, but him live in Jamaica for years. Something about having to call out your first name or the first letter, I think, and him never want to talk about P. But he may end up being called Q. You go check it out.
Well, that's really coincidental.
All right. It's just a while ago when I talked to me, I realized that,
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Jameson.
Yeah, man.
And matter of fact, your father is a well-known person down there.
Well, not father, cousin.
Yeah.
Well, my grandfather was a well-known man. He was a JP.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a great culture activist and a RADA man too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, man. He had many awards from RADA.
Yeah.
Decorated.
But more recently, one of your people was not representative.
Trevor Jamison. That's a cousin of mine.
Yeah, what he was?
He's a councillor.
Okay.
I was a councillor.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you very much. That's straight up till Monday, always a holiday. We take pleasure for work the holiday, and I hope it will be as great as today. And most likely, life will provide exactly what you want and what you put in. Thank you very much. Straight up.